Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome, family. We got a new host today. Tommy's not here. We got fucking Greg by my side, taking my normal spot. Okay. Welcome to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com. Brought to you, as always, by Gibson Mayer. Find them on GibsonMayer.com. We got a poll question of the night. It's going to be... I'm brutal right now. This is bad. I know Tommy loves it. So, we're just going to go right into it, though. What are your thoughts on LeBron signing with the Lakers? 4 years, $154 million deal. We'll get to the poll question later, okay? I know everybody wants to know. Let us know what you think. I'm going to go right to Sweeps. You want to take the floor?
Yeah, I'll take the floor. We got the music playing. Is that going to cease?
He's going to cease.
Are you just going to lose?
He's good. He's good.
All right. I didn't know if the banjo was going to be there all night. Sometimes I got to wrap my head around good banjo.
Figured ease it to the sponsors a little bit and
fine,
tune it down for you, but you want to go right to the discussion. That's what we're here to do. Go for it, brother.
Hey, good to see everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy 4th of July pre-weekend. When it's in the middle like that, you don't know if you party now. Will's always parties. But do we party now? We party later.
It's tough to decide. Do you start this weekend and go all the way through to next weekend?
That's what I'm saying. I think we make it a whole week. So
I mean, I got to work, unfortunately, but
yeah, I figured that.
I'm gonna enjoy my Wednesday.
Yes, you'll get after it. But anyway, yeah. So the breaking news is Crumboy. Crumboy has went west. So we're okay with that. We're fine with that. Obviously, a lot of us wanted him to be part of the process, and I won't run from that. I mean, he's the best player in the world. Right, so
yeah, who doesn't
guys like Greg did not, and that's okay. And Tommy was on the seesaw. I mean, one day he was here, one day he was here. I'm not sure. And the big fella, of course, he wanted him as well. Because I mean, there's just there was no basketball wise for us. There was no question about it. You know what I mean? I don't think there would have been any issues of chemistry and all that good stuff. But anyway, so that's out the window. So he's went west, and we know he doesn't travel alone. So there's other pieces in his suitcase. Suitcase might not get there yet. Next piece is probably Boogie. He's probably a year away from Kawhi because Pop and the Spurs want nothing to do with Lonzo Ball. They're going to have to get their skirt blown up really, really big for it to happen this year. You know what I mean? Unless, like we talk about, unless somebody really gets in their ear at the top that says, listen, we're going to lose him. Let's get something for him. He's leaving anyway. So then, obviously, tunes always change like that. So we're curious to see what happens, which domino falls next. But it could be Boogie. But I don't think he. 4 years, $154 million. Obviously, the NBA contracts are outrageous. We're talking almost $40 million a year. Yeah. So we know the monopoly money's being thrown around. So that wasn't a question. He was going to get that anywhere. So for him, it was about what other pieces could he fit in his pocket and get on a plane. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's interesting. You bring up the other pieces coming along. It shows what type of crumb that he is when you already have a team built that's won 52 games. You know what I mean? And you're right. I'll sit here and say I never really wanted him because of all this crumbness that is attached to him. The basketball player alone, there's nothing you don't want about him. The basketball player alone there's nothing you don't want except maybe quitting in game one on your teammate like that. But basketball player alone, I wanted him. And I kind of bought into the fact that, hey, although I didn't want him, I was bracing for it to happen because you're right. Whether, you like the guy or not, you're stupid if you're a basketball fan, to not embrace the best player in the world signing with your team. You're just stupid. And I'd like to think I'm not stupid on a regular basis.
But I mean,
80% of the time, not stupid.
It's interesting to see the dominoes, as you said, Sweeps. Who is next? Is it truly Boogie? Does San Antonio finally pick up the phone? Is Kuzma and Ingram and Ball enticing enough to them? I don't think it is. I think both Boston and us here have better pieces to offer San Antonio, and also it keeps them out of the West.
I think the main part of that is Pop just doesn't want to trade them West. Yeah, and we have better pieces.
Sure,
but he don't want to trade them West.
No, it's like trading in your division in baseball. It just don't happen.
No, absolutely.
You got to really, so you'd have to get 6 players for one, and then why would you do it? Because you're going to face a guy every year that can kill you. So you just don't see it. In baseball, it doesn't happen. Really in any sport, it doesn't happen. So. He wants nothing to do with it. So.
Now, did I want him? I wanted him. I'll be the first one to tell you. I've been saying it for a year that I wanted him. Probably more than a year. Okay? Now, but at this point, hey, go West. That's better for us. Go West. Beat each other up out there. We're fine with that, And can we entice them to trade us Kawhi? I think we can. Now, it's going to cost a lot. Yes. Is Kawhi going to want to leave after a year? That's our issue. That's where we're going to come down to.
And that to me affects the price. You know what I mean?
We should be able to lowball a little bit.
Yeah,
then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're not assigning an extension, then obviously no Fultz, no Dario. Your top guy's Rocco. You know what I mean?
They're going to want Dario, though.
But if you're signing, I might be able to part with Dario, even though I don't want to. I'll ship Fultz out to anybody. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like if you're signing. My pool gets a little bigger.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
Which I don't.
Absolutely.
I don't think.
I don't think he's going to sign. Yeah,
and he's not going to sign.
Not right off the bat. He's not going to.
Right.
Now, maybe you hope you bring him in.
We got that extra
Chicago
one.
Pick.
We got that extra one.
That we
so
got.
It's a little more than the Phillies. It's a little more than the Phillies are dealing with right now. Like if you rent Kawhi, you got him for a year. If we rent Machado, it's 2 months.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
it's
just one of those things.
No,
like, what do you want to do? But I just.
But
if we got a shot, if we get Kawhi, I think we go to the finals.
And I think both.
I think we have a great shot to go to the finals.
Both teams are in the same spot. Like if you think in the realm of things, if you go get Machado, we're making the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Because this team is playing well. Not to get too much in the Phillies right now.
Yeah,
the team's playing
we'll
well.
You
get Kawhi. You're right. They're going to the finals. Because both teams are actually set up pretty decently right now. That they're missing 1, maybe 2 pieces each.
I mean, you can wipe Cleveland right out of there, basketball-wise now. Whoop, see ya. Don't get the number 1 pick again next year.
Bye, Felicia.
That's how that works.
Where's
you lose
Anthony
LeBron to
Bennett
get the number 1 pick.
Where's Anthony Bennett at?
That's right.
That didn't work well last time, did it? They got
Griffin's
Kyrie,
like,
though, that one time.
Yeah.
So you figure if we are able to get Kawhi, even without Kawhi, our team right now, if Fultz makes steps, the reason I think you don't trade Fultz, by the way, I know you said you'll trade him anywhere. I don't trade him because he has a much higher ceiling than where he is right now.
Right.
Like the way he looked last year, you probably can't get a whole lot for him.
I just think Pop is just this egomaniac that he's like, I can fix him.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And you might be able to entice him. Like Pop might see him worth more than say the Bulls, because Pop knows how to work. The San Antonio Spurs are just a player development type of franchise. So they see a guy in Fultz and was like, okay, I have Patty Mills playing right now. I don't need Fultz right away. But if he turns out to be the star he is,
he's 20 years old.
He's 20 years old. He can replace the star that we're getting ready to trade.
I got you there. Okay.
I mean, like I said, I know it's so early in his disaster of a start, for Fultz. You know what I mean? So you hate to throw him away, with the bathwater. But Dario, to me, is that fourth guy that you need to be like the Warriors.
I
you know what I mean?
love
Like I know we all do. I'm just saying, like he's that Draymond Green without being a scumbag. You know what I mean? Like you need that fourth guy. Doesn't have to be, just a guy that's going to muck it up and do all the dirty shit. If we want to go out there and try to bang heads with them eventually. You know what I mean? So you hate to throw him out the door. Now can Fultz be, the third guy? I don't know. I mean, who knows?
The fam is on fire right now.
Yeah, let's we'll go to them. I want to give my thoughts on LeBron. Like, I'm not going to go the Crumb way that you went. Listen, I like LeBron. Okay, I don't think he's the Crumb. I actually said earlier today to people I thought it was 60% Lakers, 40% Sixers. No one else had a shot at getting them. And I mean, listen, he is a family guy. He's older. His son's going to play out there now in high school and some academy. I don't know which fucking one, but one of those fucking academies out there. His wife wants to live in L.A. Shocker. Okay? So, I mean, I guess the writing was on the wall kind of deal. But like I said, now I'm moving forward to at least he's out of the East. And what can the Sixers do now to make it say, hey, get over Boston? Because you figure now it's us Boston probably 1-2.
Right.
So how do we beat Boston? And we still got to add somebody.
Yeah.
Now, if Fultz can emerge, I know Tommy thinks Fultz is going to emerge, and he might be calling in later. We'll see. But he thinks Fultz is going to emerge into this player. Now, if he does that, maybe we don't need to add somebody, but is anybody counting on that besides Tom?
No.
I don't know.
So
and that's without the Celtics doing anything. You know what
exactly.
I mean? So
like they can get Kawhi.
Obviously,
they can get Kawhi.
exactly. Now they'll have to add subtract. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
So huge add, but then what's the subtraction? Jaylen Brown. What do they got to give up?
Well,
you know what I mean?
My thing with them is they probably like if you're Boston, right? Put your GM hat on right now, and let me know if so. Hayward didn't really even play last year for him. And then Tatum turns out to be probably better than he even expected. Hayward could kind of be an odd man out now.
Oh, well, Hayward's the guy out. You're absolutely right.
You think definitely?
Yeah, but he also makes the money work.
So
you could give Hayward, Terry Rozier, and a first-round pick, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Because the money.
Because the money works
I got
out. And in the NBA, the money's always got to be some sort of so.
But the Spurs are such a great organization. I think they're going to ask
they
for
would
like
love
Tatum.
Gordon Hayward.
Hayward's fantastic, but they'll ask for Tatum too. I mean,
well,
I'm not saying both of them. Not saying both.
It definitely won't be. It definitely won't be Gordon Hayward coming off a massive leg injury, and who's the other guy? Rozier. I don't see that.
Well, I'm just saying
maybe Jaylen Brown also. They're definitely going to have Jaylen Brown in the deal if you're not having Jason Tatum. Yep. That's for sure.
Yeah,
one of them has to go.
Yep.
Now. I mean, hopefully we can get the deal done, and they can't. I mean, at this point, now I'm all in on the Kawhi train. Let's go. Okay? How can we get them to love the city, guys? All right? Let's get them some cheesesteaks, couple of Yinglings. Let's fucking go here.
We should go welcome like we did Andrew Bynum.
Let's do it.
Where were we? The train station or whatever, 30th Street, they had that freaking pep rally for it when he came in.
Never played a game.
Never
played a game as a Sixer.
I was just getting over that guy, too. You had to do that. Oh, my goodness.
Andrew Bynum.
We had to look at that fro for like 5 months, for like 3 years. Yeah, just come in suits, in street clothes.
He's never played a game as a Sixer, yet he's bowling in that Sixers charity thing. Get him off the fucking bowling floor.
Yeah.
Prick. Let's go to the fam.
Yeah, Mike Parker, let's go.
What's up, Mikey? Spidey.
James Wilder, hashtag steady the process.
Molson, Spidey, what's up, Jim?
Chromiak, WTF, boys, this sucks.
Cromer.
On to the next. Who do you target? I see them going after Jabari Parker, Tyreek Evans, and/or Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler, I like, Chrome. Jabari Parker, does he even have knees? Who knows? I mean, he can score,
but you can sign him.
You can sign him.
So as long as we don't, as long as it's not any subtraction, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Let's see if they hold up and he can score the basketball. And when he's the second team, we're not scoring. And we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
That we're not getting 9, 10-point quarters like we got last week.
Right.
We still won 52 games. Don't get me wrong. But there was games when even later in the season,
10-point third
we had
quarter.
10-point third quarters.
Yeah.
We're like, what the hell happened?
Good thing we only gave up 4.
So if he comes to town, if he comes to town, that's not going to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? If he stays healthy, the guy can score the basketball.
I got an interesting text the other day from a friend, and he goes, Parker and Wiggins. So he essentially would have the top 3 draft picks from that draft.
Oh, wow.
I'd go with that team.
I like Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
Maybe not as good as people thought he was going to be, but he still is. He competes on defense. He's an athlete and he can score.
Yeah.
He can score. I got a name for you guys.
And the Wolves are getting so young that I can't. But there's no way Butler's going anywhere.
Yeah, I can't see Jimmy. I can't see Jimmy. Tibbs loves him. Yeah, Tibbs
because he can run the hell out of him.
Yeah, and he D's up.
Yeah.
And
I'm not a huge Jimmy Butler fan. I don't think I would hate him. I just think he's like one of those dime a dozen type of superstars that like you can find him. You know what I mean? You can find him later on or like in a draft. Like Zaire Smith, I think has a chance to be like a Jimmy Butler type of guy.
If Zaire Smith's Jimmy Butler, I'll fucking jerk off on this couch. Okay, I'll say that right now.
You said you have a name?
Marcus Smart. Let's throw Marcus Smart out there. But what do you guys think about Marcus Smart? Listen, I know Marcus Smart not really a scorer, okay, but he's a dog.
Yeah.
And you need a guy like that on the team, okay? We kind of got pushed around a little bit by Boston in that series. Not kind of. We got pushed around by fucking Boston in that series. Marcus Smart don't allow that kind of shit to happen.
Agreed.
So he would be like the Draymond Green for us.
Yeah, it's a good name. It's a good name.
And I feel like he shouldn't get a huge deal, right? It can't be huge. People are talking almost max for him. I'm like,
no,
there's no fucking way you give him a max.
And it has
deal.
nothing to do with being like the sexy pick. I like him, like you said, as one of the final pieces. You know, what I mean, we're still missing something.
Oh no, we're missing.
We know that.
We need a guy. We need a fucking
Captain
guy.
Obvious called. We know that, but I'm saying, as a piece, absolutely. Because Belly went out the door, so did Illy.
Illy's gone. Belly's gone.
To fill those roles, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, the toughness and the occasional scoring and the defense, absolutely.
And he can kind of guard. He can guard all the way from point guard to small forward. I think pretty solidly.
Yeah,
so
he can switch.
Yeah. So and plus, hey, you're taking him from Boston. You know, a guy that's a big team guy up there. Everyone loves him. You know, maybe that helps.
Yeah.
So I'd be fine with that. Let's hit any more shit going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. James Wilder, max contract to Capella. Twin Towers run the Easy East now. Let's go.
James and Tommy on that same page.
Steven Fraskett chimes in, reiterating LeBron, 4 years, 154.
Yep.
James Wilder, shut. Wilson to the Wise, leading the pack.
Yeah, struggled early. regained it, though.
Footing.
You know what it is? We had a little problem. We had a little technical difficulty. Everything was running.
Benoso Emilio, that's true. LeBron Noel, yes, in case you just.
Yes. If you're just joining us, true. LeBron has signed with the Lakers. 4 years, $154 million. Who is the next shoe to drop? That's what we want to know, people.
Terrell K. Tom's going, best show ever then.
Hello!
No notes.
Jarrell.
No notes.
Hashtag it.
Steven Fraskett, I wish I could upload the photo to the show, everyone. James Wilder, LeBron to L.A., a little disappointed, especially since PG already signed with OKC. Can't be mad. Our boys won 50 games in their first season together. Travis Downing, Spurs should trade him to the land.
That would be a real kick in the teeth, wouldn't it?
Manoli Passaris, sour move by LeBron going to L.A., and it was inevitable. The Crumb joins in. Yo, what's good? It's Ralphie D.
Ralphie. Yo, Ralph, put the lotion down and join us, Ralph. Put it down, buddy.
Michael Barry,
Still not gonna win
LeBron
nothing,
jersey just signed with my Lake. Yeah, we got it. James Wilder, oh, fuck, here's Ralph. What's good,
Listen,
Ralph? Still not the Lakers.
Yeah, Molson, listen. I mean, let him have it.
Yeah, let him have it.
Because
enjoy, Ralph.
First of all, let him have it. Second of all, good luck.
You ain't going to be Golden State. Yeah. Hey, guess what? Maybe LeBron's thinking you can't lose another finals if you don't get there.
If you don't get
there.
That's it.
The boss chimes in, my boys. Not happy not being with my family. We miss you, Tom.
Yeah, what up, T?
How about the LeBron things drops like while we're on the phone with Tom?
Yeah, while we're on the phone.
Crazy.
You missed the exit.
He missed the
Tom's
exit.
missing exits.
Driving kids.
Driving with kids in the car. We shouldn't say that. He doesn't have kids in the car. He wasn't on the phone with kids in the car.
LeBron, Boogie, and Kawhi still doesn't beat Golden State, in my opinion.
No chance.
No, but they give him a run.
Oh, listen.
You know what I mean? That's
guess
a
what?
series finally.
That West is going to be
better than the Rockets, Crumbs.
The Rockets, and I feel like
free agent guard Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has agreed to deal with the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope just signed with the Lakers. Now
I guess that's somebody. Well,
don't forget Lonzo West. He's going to make LeBron better.
Oh, Jesus.
That's James Wilder, and then he's got crying emojis.
I can't buy. I'll tell you what. I hope they actually ship Lonzo out just so we can hear LeVar cry about it.
Michael DeAndre just heard about Bron. So what's next for the Sixers? I think we're going to get into that here in a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chromiak, only a matter of time before Daddy annoys LeBron and Lonzo finds a way out of L.A., courtesy of Papa Dickhead.
Yes, sir.
Brian Martin, LeBron's streak of finals appearance just came to an end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks that way for us, too.
Spidey comes back. Celtics don't need anyone. They are getting 2 guys back from injuries. This is true.
Yeah,
Kyrie and Hayward.
You know what, though? Kyrie's always hurt, and Hayward, that's a bad injury. So we'll see.
Greg Carr bringing back the winless for Wiggins. James Wilder, what if next offseason when Kawhi and Kyrie are free agents, they come to the Sixers? Screenshot that, LOL. Chrome, apparently Butler hates playing with Wiggins and has been rumored to be like Kawhi, ready to test the free agent market regardless. Pope chimes in on our poll question, which we're going to get to. And Kyle Meager from the Hooligans on Saturday says, congrats, Ralph. No, there's no congrats to Ralph.
Yeah, we don't congrats, Ralph.
There's no congrats, Ralph.
The Lakers, listen, the reason everyone hates the Lakers is because this always happens. I know there's people that are upset right now, that thought he was going to come to the Sixers, but all these guys, they all go. They all end up in L.A., okay? They all go to Tinseltown late in their career,
And they all go
okay?
they all go to the Bronx. You know what I mean? The money.
Yeah, that's why everyone hates the Lakers and the Yankees, man. That's because everybody ends up there. So, fuck them, and hey, it makes the East easier. So, okay, so moving forward.
And that's what Michael DeAndre just said. Road got easier for the
Absolutely,
Sixers.
road's
And
easier.
Michael,
Swipe Cleveland out of
there.
there, right? Yeah. So now, boys, let me ask you, what do the Sixers need to get to win the East next year? 2 guys. Let's say 2 signings. Or trade, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many variables with the trade, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now it's more like, hey, what can we do in our current situation and what is out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it looks like, Parker might land here. Like I said, that's not going to, it's not going to stop the presses or make anybody feel better, but
he can score.
It's a guy that can score.
He can score it.
And a good second team guy, especially if Fultz fixes it and turns out to be okay. Now you got 2 guys running that second team that are, that you can trust a little bit to get to the rim and finish.
Make their own shot,
yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
Jabari Parker is a guy who he's not going to give you much defensively, if anything, but he can get his own shot.
Yeah. I'm not a huge Tyreek Evans fan. I wouldn't hate it. You know what I mean? So
he does a little bit of everything.
He does a little bit of everything. I'm not a huge,
not a great scorer.
I'd go back to the JJ tree.
He's always been to me. You know what I mean? Like Tariq.
I go back to there's a reason guys like that bounce around.
Yeah.
And you look at that. There's a reason they
Absolutely.
bounce around. I like DeMarcus Smart. I like Eric Gordon from Houston.
Eric Gordon get his own
shot.
Now
it's time to get creative.
Now
once that giant piece fell that most people thought had a shot with the relationship with Ben, the same age and all that good stuff. We really felt like that we had a shot at him. So once that big boulder fell, now it's time to get creative. Like I kicked the tires on a guy like Lou Williams. You know what I mean? I call up the Clippers. I understand he's long in the tooth. All right, but that guy, I feel like he's gotten better. Like, there's certain guys that age well in their athletic careers, and they turn that corner. He came out as 18, came out as a high school guy when we had him. And ever since he went to, ever since he left town, he's gotten better and better. You know what I mean?
And he can definitely score.
That's a guy that can fill it up.
He can definitely score it.
And on that same note, you look at a guy like Jamal Crawford, too.
Yeah.
A guy that comes in, already knows his role. Can come in, as you mentioned with Jabari Parker, on that second unit. You're not getting any 10-point quarters with Jamal Crawford on your team.
He's definitely a shooter off the bench, and he still fills it up too.
Yeah.
And Jamal Crawford's a little older than I maybe would like, but he can still shoot it.
Yeah, there's a handful of names. Like I said, it's time to get creative. And see what we're doing with these, whatever these picks. I mean, and we were saving them for trade bait. So now it's time to either unload them or figure out what the hell we're going to do.
I mean, listen, you got all this shit. It's been set up. Hinkie started it years ago.
Yep.
So it's been set up. Now, in my opinion, you go get Kawhi. You do what you got to do. All right? And I love Dario, but see ya. I'm sorry. I'll trade Dario. I would have traded Covington fucking before he was even a Sixer. So don't even start that. Covington can go, see ya.
Yeah, because I don't think there's I don't know if there's that many big pieces left. You know what I mean?
No,
so
I mean,
why not we just? I think we maybe ride it out. We did win 52 games. Hope that Foles can turn the corner, and then you take a shot at Kawhi next year. So you're not giving anybody up, and you're saying, hey, listen, we're going to throw you 160 as well. You want to come here? You want to you don't want to go there. Do you? I mean, maybe you do, I guess. But why not come here and then take on the big boys? Let's finish.
It's amazing that.
Let's go 10 years Celtics Sixers again, like in the 80s, and then go take on the big bad wolf from the West.
But yeah, that's how. Shit, it's the 80s again.
There's no one in the NBA like this era anymore. Like, everyone wants to run to the best team or create. No one's got a sack that says,
it's the way
I like these guys. You know what I mean? Like, I understand free agency and money. But
Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce started that shit.
It's just it's atrocious. But, similar to Tommy's idea about throwing a max out to Clint Capella, I mean, I'd go entice Aaron Gordon from Orlando. See if you can get him or you either get him or you screw Orlando by making them give up him a lot more money than he probably deserves.
See, my thing
I just think he's a freak athlete, and you can play with that.
He's absolutely a freak athlete, but what does he do for you? He just clogs the paint more, in my opinion, because he can't shoot. So I don't like. I love Aaron Gordon. I like Aaron Gordon's athleticism. I like his rebounding, and he plays defense hard, but he's not a great defender. But I don't know. I'm not an Aaron Gordon guy. I would rather pay a scorer like. I like your Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
Eric Gordon's one for me. That's a guy that can get his own shot. It's a guy that can fill it up. I'll throw him money.
That's an inside-outside guy.
Yeah, I'll throw him money.
We get a guy.
He's never seen a shot he don't like. Yeah. Dude's going to bother us next year by pulling the trigger fucking constantly. He'll be the new Covington if we don't have Covington anymore. If we do trade him. But Eric Gordon can score it. So, I don't know.
Kyle Meager chimes back in. Let's face it, guys. No one wants to come to Philly. It's disappointing. I don't entirely agree with that. Because money talks.
Yeah, we got cash, dude. People want to come here.
Michael DeAndrea, Philly's a big market. Michael Parker, why wouldn't they, Kyle? Everyone knows now the East is easier trip to the finals, and we only need to beat Boston. Kyle, yes, it is, but no one wants to come here for whatever reason. Parker,
it's just LeBron that didn't want to come here. He went to L.A.
LeBron got pussy whipped to L.A. That's
Remember, guys, like his wife wants to live there. His son's going to school there. I mean, there's more mitigating factors besides the fact that it's just going. Plus, he's going to the Lakers. And as much as we want to be like, fuck the Lakers, there's a reason that they all end up in L.A. Because it's fucking Tinseltown.
If you want to act or do anything in that, entrepreneur business, it's
Space Jam 2.
I mean, it's
where he loses.
Silicon Valley, everything's out there. You know what I mean?
The fact that LeBron only took a meeting with Philly and L.A. still leaves a positive effect. It shows that there is a desirable enough place the greatest player in the world would consider them as a plausible option.
I like that.
But he
I like that.
Who
said that?
I love you, Cromer, and listen, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying, like, the fact that he wasn't there, like, I don't know where he was, but I don't like that too much. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have him sit down. Like, that just goes.
I don't think he was.
You know,
I don't think he was attending anything though.
Yeah. You feel better about that though.
If he was there, I would have really. If he was
there,
you figure maybe you can sway him.
Yeah.
The most hated Crumb chimes in. I say we all go to the Lakers, Sixers when it comes to Philly. I'll pay for a club box. If Ralphie Jedediah Delvecchio is buying a box, I'm in. I don't care who's playing.
Ralph, if you're buying a box, I'll buy some beers. All right, we're in. Let's go.
Rob Brinkman, I'm in a deep state of depression.
Brink, it'll be all right. Brink, don't worry. It'll be cool.
James Wilder, fly me in, Ralph? ?
Winnipeg.
Kyle, the proof is in the pudding. LeBron chose a project lineup of LA over an up-and-coming Sixers team in a weak conference.
Yeah, he's going to – it's not – the thing is, it's L.A. There's going to be someone coming with him, okay? Just wait for it. Probably Boogie Cousins would be my guess now.
What pudding are we talking about?
LeBron's wife chose.
Yeah, definitely. His wife definitely wanted to go to L.A.
There's a bunch of people chiming in wanting to get into Ralph's box. Club box.
Oh,
Doug
he's probably taking everybody right now, guys. Seriously, Ralph's just laying back, getting abused.
Best Sunday since February 4th. F. Braun. He basically said the same thing to us.
The freak.
Chromiak, first order of business, re-sign JJ now. I think I kind of.
I definitely agree. You signed JJ back.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Michael DeAndrea, going back to the draft. How do you guys feel about the Sixers draft day trade? I think we covered that last week, but I was okay with it. You know what I mean? It was Brett Brown being the GM, and you weren't giving up much.
Yeah, they were trying. He was just trying different stuff. He was trying to, trying to gather pieces to land a star. Whether it was Kawhi
and apparently they liked Zaire that much that it wasn't like, hey, we'll take him at a first rounder.
Yeah,
and. I mean, I think we all liked Bridges. Everyone liked Bridges, but I liked the trade, and I'm not gonna lie. A little bit had to do with the fact that I hate Villanova, and all the Nova fans crying really made my day.
Yeah.
So I liked it because of that, and it's a good deal. It's a good deal. You move up, we move down 6 spots, and you get another first round pick and a guy that you really liked. Yeah, I'll do that trade.
Mrs. Boss chimes in. Hashtag more views than Mr. Notes. Hashtag Team Wilson, thumbs up.
Oh! What's up, Len?
James Wilder, oh shit, wife talk. Mike Parker, oh, Leonard, shots fired.
It's about to get bad. Tom's going to call me.
Jeff Gillespie, boys, can we talk about what the people want?
The Galich?
What do the people want? I don't know.
Blue Jays? Is that what he always wants to talk about?
He wants to talk about the Jays. He just wants the Jays.
I don't give a crap. Jose Aquino, if it wasn't for his family, LeBron would be in Philly. He made a family decision. There's no way.
I think I agree with that.
When you look at both rosters, LA and Philly, you have to say a better chance to win in LA than Philly, point blank. Completely agree.
That's true, but like we all said, I would not be shocked if Boogie signs there tomorrow. That's definitely – someone else is definitely joining him because you're like you said, that roster's not ready to win right now.
No, like it was we liked everything you said there. I'm just saying we know how he acts. We know how he operates. There's a ... behind it. This ain't done. Buddy.
Granted, that roster is better than the one that he just took to the finals with Cleveland, but –
you're in the West now.
You are in the West now. So.
Darcy, you're in the West now, Darcy.
It's like you're waiting for that reply text. Yeah. You're waiting for that reply
text.
It's
on red.
He
left me on red.
The bubble.
The
it's
bubble.
like, what's next? What's next? Deion Brown chimes in.
What up,
D?
The decision 2.0. He's not going to win this year. It's all about the Eagles training camp and preseason for me. I could care freaking less.
What was the beginning that you just did right there?
It was the
it was not the real fuck.
It was not
the
real one. Yeah.
Deion, we're cool with the fuck. You can say fuck.
I think Eric Williford, he mentioned this before. I think the Sixers should for Jabari. We did kind of talk about that.
We talked about Jabari.
So, was that dude saying that if we don't sign a free agent, the Sixers aren't going to do anything this all? Because didn't they just win 52 games without a high-priced free agent coming in?
I mean, listen, Rob.
Well, I mean, high price. I mean, J.J. Redick was $23 million. But again, who
overpaid him?
Who turns that down? Really? Yeah. And, I love how everyone gives that to Brian Colangelo. He got J.J. He threw $23 million at him. Of course, he got him
for 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. Shit.
Could have got anybody for that.
Yeah.
So, but you're right though. I mean, listen. If anything, you can be upset that you didn't get LeBron. You really wanted LeBron. I wanted LeBron. Everybody wants LeBron, the best player in the fucking world. But if anything, him going west. No more Cleveland. Now we got one less team to worry about in the East. Hey, and the best player's not in the East anymore.
Right.
Let's go.
What you're saying is true, but
Embiid might be the best player in the East now.
On the YouTube side, people are actually more excited that LeBron didn't come here and went to L.A. Sixers JT in particular goes, this is going to come out wrong, and I'm expecting criticism, but I'm kind of happy. A lot of guys want to stay away now from trading from Kawhi Leonard because they think it'll be a true 1 year rental, and he'll just go sign with the Lakers to be with LeBron in 2 years. You give up too much to get Kawhi for 1 year.
Yeah, we talked about.
Yeah, that would be. Listen, if you think that you can convince him to stay, if Brett Brown has that discussion and thinks that he can get him to stay, then I'm fine with bringing him in. I don't want to bring him in for a ton if he's only, like you said earlier. I don't want to give up Dario if he's only going to be here for a year. Or now, I mean, can you convince him to stay? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Cheesesteaks are a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
I just feel like his mind's made up. I don't really think, all the money that's going around is monopoly money anyway, so I just feel like his mind's made up. I would hope that you could, sway him and change it. But, with the whole quad thing and the way he acted like a pussy last year, I totally lost all respect for him. And, I still like him as a basketball player, but I lost total respect for him. So I would imagine that he wants to take that easy way out and go to La La Land. He went to San Diego State, and all roads seem to be pointing out there.
All right.
You know what I mean? No, I mean, listen, I'd love to be wrong.
I'm right with you, though. I lost a lot of respect for the guy myself last year. I just don't know what happened. Like, when you're cleared and you're not playing, there's something's wrong
Yeah.
there for me. I didn't think for anybody that's a competitor. Go out there with your guys, even if you have a problem with the fucking front office. You go out there on the court with your guys. I mean, let's go. If not, then you're just a quitter.
Yep.
Brodo on YouTube has this great comment. He goes, the 76ers have a better shot at winning the Western Conference than the Lakers do. # real talk.
Brodo.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. But I mean, that's
if they get Cousins, they got a pretty fucking good team.
Yeah, true.
Good dig, though.
But hey, that's fine. We want them to beat each other up, you know? That'd be great with us.
Yeah.
Plus, LeBron's 35. Maybe gets hurt finally. Ooh, sorry, Ralph.
And Boogie, and Boogie's coming off a major injury. Major injury. You know?
Achilles, even worse. Yeah. So, now, like, there's the one thing I will say, like, bright aspect, man, you said Sixers JT kind of was chiming in. You know, the one thing that people were talking about is, like, if LeBron comes in, he's always been a ball-in-the-hand guy. So it kind of makes Simmons – if Simmons doesn't learn to shoot in, 3 months, which he's probably not going to that well,
because he
at
keeps
least,
chasing around some Jenner.
No, he's got a sniff for it. He's got a taste for it.
But I'm saying,
let's hope it's the right one.
I'll tell you what, though. If anything,
Frank and Beans.
I know people are hating on Ben for this, but she rented a house out there, and he's living with her in the summer, not paying to live in L.A. for 3 months. I'm fine with that. Go work on your jumper, come home, smash a little Jenner, and live and sleep in her house. I'm cool with that. I'd be cool with that.
Right Jenner. Make sure there's not an extra.
You
extra
think
set
Caitlin's sleeping in? Caitlin's sneaking in?
Lights on at all times. I'm not whipping my dick out until that light is on. That fucking light stays on.
Your dad/mom doesn't come to visit.
Absolutely.
Is it a dad or a mom? Do I call her mom or dad? How's this work? Oh, shit. No, but in a serious note, though, like Simmons and LeBron, maybe – I know people are saying he wants to play off the ball, but does he? Like, I expect him to dominate the ball in L.A. next year.
Yeah.
Like, Alonzo might be, shoot, see ya. That would be even better, too. Get LeVar crying on press conference. I don't know. I thought he would work in L.A. Fuck you, ball family. But, like, I expect him to dominate the ball in L.A. I think he would have probably dominated here, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fine with that. The best player in the world dominating the ball. We're okay with that. But, like Simmons maybe doesn't work then on the floor.
I think you're right. I think that's probably a distant second in the decision. The wife and all the family stuff and whatever, and the lure of L.A. got him. But I bet second was, hey, he's tight with Ben, and he's saying, maybe I might stunt this guy's growth. Maybe I might stunt his growth, you know what I mean? So let me let him fly his own wings and start his own thing, and I'm going to go. Let him be the man.
And listen, I fully expect
Peacock captain.
You got to let me fly. Let me fly my way. Last time peacocks don't fly. They kind of jump.
You ever do a desk pop?
When's the last time you did a desk pop? May 08.
Great.
I love that movie, by the way. Spectacular film.
No doubt.
What is it?
But I think that's a huge
Is it a
factor.
Prius? Does that come with a dental dam?
Mike Parker, Cleveland LeBron jersey burning party 2.
Is it already back?
I can smell it.
Let's give videos.
I can smell it.
You know what? They really shouldn't be burning. He got you a title.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it. Exactly.
I have a LeBron OG Cleveland jersey that made it past the 2 Infernos. Zeke, how's Kobe feeling? Chrome, LeBron signing with LA really fucks San Antonio. They had a ridiculous asking price of 3 first-round picks and 2 players. No chance in hell they get that now.
No chance in hell they get that.
And then
I totally agree. They're not going to get that.
Yeah.
Michael D'Andrea, man, I cannot wait for Eagles training camp.
I mean,
And
that'd be cool.
I don't think Kobe cares. I mean, he probably maybe does. Who the hell knows? But
First
I
off,
know
all the
he's an
Lakers guys
ego-
are happy, dude.
you know he's an egomaniac, but Kobe always kind of gets lost in the shuffle. That guy was fantastic. He didn't even worry about nobody else. You know what I mean? Not to take
He never
anything
did,
away
yeah,
from
he
LeBron.
never did.
He
Yeah,
didn't
but-
take anything from LeBron. I'm just saying, like, Kobe was fantastic.
Oh yeah, he was. I don't understand like why he even being brought up
yeah,
though. That's
yeah,
what I don't get. Like if you guys think like they don't care about that. First off, all those guys that played in LA are probably all happy right now because they're like they want to see the Lakers win another title. So they're all fucking ecstatic. They're like Ralphie right now. They're passing lotion. All right. So like I'm.
Mom,
Showtime.
Mom's passing lotion down the broken ceiling. in the basket.
He puts the lotion on.
Ralph's jerking off Jack Nicholson as we speak. Ralphie
Jackie, can I sit courtside with you?
You want me on that dick? You need me on that dick, Ralphie.
You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the dick.
Leave your glasses on, Jack. Just leave your glasses on. It's less intimate.
Oh, my God. By the way, add every chip you can about Ralphie sucking LA dick. We'll bring it up.
Or you do the scene from Departed, and he throws the Coke on the bed and he goes, "Wake me up when you're numb."
Ralphie's just swimming in it. Oh, shit. Sorry, Ralph. You had a good night. We got to kill you. And by the way, it's already been stated, if somehow they trade for Kawhi, the next time you come to the studio, we're all just going to beat you up.
Pillowcase of soap. Fucking pile. Pile.
We're going to fill a pillowcase full of bars of soap and beat the shit out of you.
Private pile.
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Oh, man, that is a good feeling, though. Like you said.
He's got to be ecstatic.
That's what
We
I mean.
know
Like,
it.
yeah, it's like Christmas Day. You just open up a giant, you just got a
Hey, the best player in the NBA.
He's got a giant fucking new bike. You're like, oh, man, look at this bike. It's nice.
But
Nice.
it's snowing out. I can't ride it yet.
It's nice.
Shit, so.
It's got no tires, but, it's a
Well,
nice
if
bike.
we go back to the poll question, I know we kind of skipped
Before we
past
get there, Chromiak chimes back in is the last one, and then we can definitely get to the poll question.
Fuck Matheny.
Nothing would make me happier than L.A. and then Los Angeles to ship Lonzo to somewhere depressed area like Memphis.
Yeah, that would be great.
Then you
That would
really
be
see
great.
LeVar in true form.
Cleveland.
Or simple. Memphis is great. Milwaukee would be another one. Just a dredge. Milwaukee. Detroit. Let's see if we can get back to Detroit. But, yeah, go to the poll question because there was a couple people.
So we'll hop
Seattle.
on.
Bring back Seattle.
Listen, we had a poll question all set up, and then right before the show starts, technical difficulties, LeBron signs with L.A., everything went haywire. So now we'll get back to the poll question, which was, which of the early free agent signings do you think will work out best? And it's Paul George, 4 years, $137 million to OKC. CP3, 4 years, $160 million, max. Both of those are max, by the way, to Houston. Dougie McDermott, 3 years, $22 million, fully guaranteed with Indiana.
He's wondering how he got on that list.
Or Illy, 3 years, $21 million with Milwaukee. Well, it was originally who you thought was the worst contract.
Was the worst.
And we'll talk about worst as well. But also we can say early signings. You can include other people. Who's the best? Who's the worst early signing so far of the a day and a half old NBA free agency?
Yeah.
Greg?
Obviously you're going to go best. The King.
It's got to be.
It's got to be now.
You got to be that one.
I think of that original list. I guess I would. To me, Ilyasova gives you more of a bang for your buck than Paul George, who I don't think is a max player, and CP3, who's always hurt. You know what I mean? And that's why those guys, to me, made that list, is because they're just. I don't think Paul George is a max guy. And then CP3 is always hurt, so you're giving him max money to sit the bench.
Yeah.
And he got more money than LeBron did.
Yeah. And once again, it's nobody's money but theirs. So
Right.
really, who the fuck cares about that? Not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying who the fuck cares about that? It's their money because once he went down, they say what you want. They had a 3-2 lead. If he doesn't go down, they might beat the Warriors. I don't know. Nobody knows that
I
for
think
sure.
They definitely do.
And then
CP3 was eating curry up.
Yes, he was.
But you're so
Spicy
much
curry.
Curry chicken.
You're so much crumb. You couldn't give him any minutes in Game 7. You couldn't give him any minutes in Game 7.
Well, I guess he was hurt that bad. But listen, that's a guy that's always hurt bad.
I know.
Guys got no huevos.
Got no marbles. Marbles.
It's a different era, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? They're waiting for that check, so it's like. See, you know what? I'm always hurt. Am I going to tear it off the bone? And then I don't get nothing. You know what I mean? So I'll just sit out.
See, but it
You know what I
wasn't
mean? I don't
that,
know.
though.
I don't know.
I hear you guys, but I would
Tape
think
it up. Get a cortisone shot.
That's a guy that's always that's a guy that's never been there. I hear you.
Because if you just get to the finals, then you can sit out.
Right.
They beat the Cavs. They beat the Cavs. No problem without him. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, they
LeBron gets
definitely
one. LeBron
They
gets
might
one.
have got two
Yeah.
against him CP3, but
you
they
sell
definitely
it
would
out.
have beat him.
At least dude. You pull Willis Reed, you fucking suit up, you limp out, you give it a shot.
You're a legend.
You know,
you're a legend.
if anything, you're a decoy or whatever.
And as Babe Ruth said in Sandlot,
decoys.
Legends get remembered.
Yeah.
You're right.
Heroes never die.
It's legends get remembered. Heroes never die.
Hey, just gonna let it go. On air, we're gonna let it go.
Oh shit. So, but I mean,
The one that shocks me though is McDermott getting
Mick
fully
Buckets.
guaranteed. That's what just shocked me.
it's only 7 a year though, so I guess because some of the contracts right now are ridiculous for guys. So 7 a year, I guess that's not that
Seven's
bad.
like $7,
But I mean,
I hear you.
does Dougie do anything? I mean, he used to be my favorite, Dougie McBuckets, when he was in college. But does Dougie doesn't even – he's not even McBuckets no more. He's like Dougie Mc 12 points a game, and he gives you no defense. So I don't know. I'm not – is that Indiana that signed him?
Dougie McBiscuits.
I mean, Indiana loves their white guys, so maybe that's why. Who knows? To me, the best, I guess you got to go
Well,
LeBron,
like you said,
obviously, and the worst to me is Paul George, because I just don't get where his head is. Because I've said it before, I'll say it again. Russell Westbrook will never win a title because he's a fucking me guy. And down the stretch of games, he makes terrible decisions because he just shoots every shot. He doesn't look. He loses his entire game, the crunch time. That's why Durant left. That's why I thought Paul George was going to leave, but Paul George stays. Can't believe it. He got Nas out there in concert, getting Paul George to stay in Oklahoma City. I can't believe it.
No.
Who stays in Oklahoma City?
It's like your Trout and your Hurricane thing from Millville. I mean,
Absolutely.
you're in Oklahoma City.
10 minutes in Oklahoma City, you're looking for a hurricane, take you anywhere.
There it is.
Jesus Christ. Fucking tornadoes.
I was just gonna
Swoop
say,
me up. Where's
big-
Twister? Where's Helen Hunt when you need her? Christ almighty.
I slept
the
through an
Midwest,
earthquake
too.
in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, the Midwest.
What do you even got out there? What do you even do out there?
Midwest is awful.
Oklahoma City?
Weather-wise and everything.
Yeah.
Did you guys get new TGI Fridays?
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Ooh, 2-for-1 appetizers on Friday nights.
You get a lot for $140 million.
It's a lot of apps.
I couldn't believe that, dude.
I can't believe it.
He was the slam dunk for the Lakers. I
I thought for sure. I thought for sure Paul
Whether
George was
from
going.
LA.
I was like,
Whether
I don't
you
know
were
if LeBron
getting
goes.
LeBron
Paul
or
George
not.
is
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
going.
George
Yeah.
is supposed to be it.
Yeah. From LA, everything was a done deal.
I thought as soon as
He's got like
first
7
off,
houses.
First off, he had like
Yeah.
he had like 3 points in the final game against Utah. I thought he was already in LA,
Yeah.
but he just hired somebody to be on the court.
Yeah, just a sneak for
Like,
you in that
Utah,
game.
Utah, you're heading that way, right? Can you take me
Yeah.
halfway?
Utah, he get dropped off over that way, huh?
Sneaks and Socks played in that last game.
I can't believe it, really, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I guess maybe they're hoping another year where they can kind of grow together. But to me, Westbrook is a guy that's a fucking crumb and will never win. He's a team cancer. And I just can't believe Paul George
I
signed.
completely agree.
Can't believe it. What do you think? Worst sign so far?
Yeah, I've never been a Paul George guy, so I mean he would have to rank up right up top there. Yeah, absolutely. And early on in the free agent process, like you said, McBuckets, it's $7 million. It's like $7. So I mean, who really cares? I mean, he's just going to be a piece there.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
they're
I
sending
still don't know what he's doing over there.
we me and Greg and you, I think a lot of us do like Indiana. So I think they replace Cleveland as the next team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Toronto probably does their thing in the regular season. And then we know what they do. Even though they got rid of now LeBron's not there anymore. He's been their Achilles heel.
He's been daddy.
But Indiana seems to be the next team that was rising.
Yep.
So
He definitely owns Toronto, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but I don't. That doesn't do anything in your shorts to say, whoa, that's going to put us over. That's not going to put us better, make us better than the Sixers or the Celtics.
Right.
You know
No,
what
I
mean?
don't
So-
see that.
Yeah.
Indiana is an up-and-comer, though.
Yeah.
Oladipo had a great year. I guess you're looking at it like in the East, though. Who else? Right now,
It's the top. It's the top 4
Embiid
teams.
might be the best player in the East right now.
It's the top 4 teams. It's Toronto, Boston, us, and Indiana.
Yep.
That's the
Milwaukee
East.
might be on the
Milwaukee's
might,
right
might be
there.
on the cusp of being there, and I think Washington's kind of dropping a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd love to
'Cause they got
somehow. Can we
intertur-
somehow steal Bradley Beal from Washington?
That would be clutch.
Or
Can
CJ McCollum? Is there any way, see, my thing is now that you got all these other guys going out there, like LeBron's in the West now, you got other guys going West. Can we take some of these guys that are like low-lying superstars on shitty teams, like Portland? Portland's not shitty. Portland, let's be honest, Portland ain't gonna win
Portland's
shit.
shitty.
Portland ain't winning shit. All right, I like some of their pieces, but they're not gonna win anything in the fucking West. Yeah. So if you're McComb, hey, maybe do I try coming east? I mean, I went to Lehigh.
Or can we just hope? Or can we hope the Bucks just blow it up? And can we get Spelling Bee? Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Because probably besides JoJo, I'd say Spelling Bee's the best player in the East.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
But I love JoJo. We'll give him the nod.
Absolutely.
He's our guy. But Spelling Bee's fantastic. God.
Giannis.
Man.
Yeah. That'd be
But
killer.
a guy like Damon Lillard, to your point,
Lillard.
absolutely. I'll take him in a heartbeat.
I'll take
I'll go pick him
McCollum,
up.
Lillard.
Yeah.
Like, I still think the guy that fits the best of anyone in the world is fucking Klay Thompson, but can we get him to fucking come over here? Like, leave that. I hate that Golden State team. We need that fucking guy that tried to kill Superman who runs the NBA to fucking step in and break that fucking team apart.
Lex Luthor?
Yes. Isn't that who runs the NBA? Lex Luthor? Is that his name?
A.K.A. Adam Silver.
I know, he looks just like him.
I know.
He's definitely not from this planet. If you watch the NBA draft, what's his name?
Now he's called Lex Luthor.
Lex Silver. Lex Silver's definitely not from this fucking planet, all right?
Aliens.
Deion Brown, do you guys think the Sixers are interested in Chris Paul? Probably not, but he already signed with Houston.
Yeah, he wrapped up.
Chromiak poll question, LeBron out of it. I say Chris Paul signing with will return the lost reward.
Probably both reward, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
What is it?
Ilyich,
I don't know what that meant.
I can't read apparently.
Yeah.
or Chrome can't type.
Yeah. I'm going to go both.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ilyich Otara, what do you think will happen with IT? I'm guessing it's Isaiah Thomas. I don't care. I think he stinks. He's garbage.
He actually had I don't put a lot of stuff into the new age metrics, but the defensive metrics, he had the worst rating in NBA history last year.
Atrocious. He's a turnstile.
Isn't that amazing?
He's
wonderful.
Actually, turnstile. That's a bad name. That's a bad comparison for turnstiles.
Because
That's
it
how bad
actually
he is.
does.
Turnstiles do actually stop you a little bit.
Does resist something.
As a big guy, sometimes you got to turn a little
Yeah,
sideways. It's a whole
sideways.
mess. It's a whole mess.
And you do have to push.
I got to break the way I'm actually walking.
A turnstile will get a hand on you.
And if you turn the wrong way, it could get very uncomfortable.
Turnstile can get a hand on you. Isaiah gives no resistance. He might as well be a runway. It's better than foot. He's a runway.
He's a freaking works at the Bunny Ranch. There's no resistance there, buddy.
He's swallowing it all.
Mike Parker, Houston's a big idiot for giving Paul the max. Agreed.
Yeah.
Chromiak, I'm just not a Westbrook believer, so it takes PG out of it for me.
Yeah, well, Westbrook's – I'm right with you, Chrome. Westbrook is the fucking team cancer. # team cancer.
Oh, here we go. Chris Paul
Walker?
will return the most reward, not lost. Stupid fucking autocorrect.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, he's a tremendous player. You know what I mean? And we saw how close they were. So
the problem is how many times has he been healthy? Yeah. Guess what the Clippers' problem always was? He was never healthy in the playoffs.
Paul got more than LeBron. I don't know if that's Paul George or Chris Paul. I think
it's he got more because you get more. You get more to stay where you're at.
Same team.
If that's how the max is set up to try to entice team players to stay where they are. Is that you get more? You get an extra $1 million a year or something, like $2 million more a year, whatever, to stay where you're at, rather than go change teams.
This is interesting, Peter Evans, and I saw a tweet of this when I was coaching a drudge of a baseball game today, so I didn't read it fully, but Peter Evans says apparently PG-13 can stretch this deal into a possible 7-year, $290+ million deal. Wow. I guess that's a good reason to stay.
Yeah, I guess that's probably part of it. Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
Just to piggyback on that point,
God,
T.T.
3
Ball
more
made a
years for
comment on YouTube saying Paul George would have forfeited $50 million no other team could offer if he left. And it's not like he would have won anything in L.A. even with LeBron.
Right. Yeah.
So I
and
get
plus,
the point.
the number, what you just said, what Greg said was, outrageous.
So that's seven.
Just think
that's
about
seven, almost $300 million. That's like 40-something a year. That means the last 3 years are fucking $45 million a year.
Yeah, you just said what, 290?
7-year, 290.
And what do you get? 134.
Yeah.
That's another 160 possibly for 3 years. 3 into 160. Oh,
yeah, that's like 50,
over
54 a year.
4 for 137.
137.
So 290. That's another 160.
153. Over 153 over 3.
Over 3 years.
So 51 a year. That's why. We cracked the case. 51 million a year when he's 32. There it is.
My God. 5 minutes.
Scott Bensey, what about Jabari Parker? Again, name that keeps coming up.
Yeah, we're in.
I like Jabari.
I'm in on
he's
him.
just got to be healthy.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing is that I might
On a cheap one-year deal, I'm in.
Yeah,
just
so am
gonna
I.
say,
I'm
once
not giving
again-
him multiple years, and I might slide more towards Eric Gordon strictly because he's been healthier, and I feel like they're both kind of the same player because they both can score, they both can get their own shot. And
Sure. I mean, if you got a chance to look,
Jabari might be a little better of a player.
if you got your
when healthy.
if you got your chance to pick, then obviously you want to you want to get it right, like you said. But if not, and we're just talking about money, just bring him in. Bring him in.
I don't
bring
care
him
about
in.
the
Let's
money.
roll the dice.
I don't care
bring
about
him
the
in, let's
money.
roll the
Just
dice.
don't sign him for multiple years.
Yeah.
You can
Unless
give him
they're option years.
Yeah, that's
You know
fine.
what I mean?
Yeah, you can you can get an option.
Let him show that he can stay healthy for a year and contribute and be part of that second unit. Let's go.
Absolutely. I'm right with you on that. Absolutely.
Parker with the crying emoji, worse than a turnstile.
Robert.
Thanks, Willie. I didn't know that. I guess maybe about the turning through the turnstile and getting a hand on it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that can't happen. You got to give him a little.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger guy. We'll let you in. There's some. See, you skinny fucks just don't get it sometimes. There's hard things in life that you skinny fucks just don't get. You just walk through. Put your fucking hand down, skinny fuck.
The boss
You're gonna
chimes
skinny
back
fuck
in.
your whole life.
The boss chimes back in. Wish I was there, fam. Miss you, boys. Not Wilson, but everybody else. LOL.
I miss you, Tom.
After that opening, he misses you.
All right. Get your jokes in. That's bad. I couldn't even figure out the fucking papers. I was a mess. I still got Gibson Mayer out there though,
Yes, you
right?
did.
And you know what? And our poll question is brought to you by Scanzano Sports Center. Check them out. Cherry Hill. I don't know the rest of the shit, but they're in Cherry Hill. Greg will tell you.
Carnegie Plaza.
ScansOutofSports.com.
Carnegie Plaza.
5 Carnegie.
There you go, Carnegie Plaza. It's like Carnegie Hall. See, you fine-tune instruments at Carnegie Hall. They fine-tune players at Scanzano Sports Center. So head on over.
That's a nice one
There we
right
go,
there.
right there.
Hey.
That's how we drop in. Find your footing every once in a while. It's like a bird on my shoulder.
Boss says, smoke break.
We got 3 minutes till break.
Boss is like, shit.
You know what? We're going to head to a break shortly, right? We got a couple minutes. We can get a couple more. Is there any more
Any good
comments,
YouTube comments over there? No, we're good
YouTubes?
here.
I could
Any
dive into
YouTubes
some
up?
more, man. Definitely been some active. A lot of people commenting on some of the hockey deals that's been going on because hockey free agency has been going down. We're going to
That's
touch
true.
upon a guy coming back home
Yeah,
later on.
I figured that was probably going to be in the questions.
James Vanderbeek.
Whipped cream bikini.
I just want to see. I just want to see Giroux calling him a pigeon now.
God, James, you can't
Fucking
turn that
pigeon!
down.
How do you turn that down?
Even if she's annoying. Come on, you're just a high school kid, pal.
Yeah, dude. Let's go. And she's from Cherry Hill. Did you know that? Allie Larder.
Yes.
Yeah. Rosca chiming in, big hockey fan. Tavares went to the Leafs.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
It's certainly a dream come true for him.
Well, yeah, he's from the area, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I just can't. Now the Leafs might be pretty fucking good now, huh?
Yeah,
They
certainly.
got a
They
bunch
got
of
Austin
young talent.
Matthews.
Yeah, young talent.
One of the best young players.
Mitch
Austin
Marner.
Matthews.
It's amazing.
got-
We're going to have to
They got
see,
Mitch.
though. You got some talent coming in and out. I mean, Bozak went out, I believe. I thought I read that
Bozak
earlier
left
today.
today,
Even though you're not talking about players, even though you're not talking about players, like you always, when something good comes in, then something loses. You lose something, right? Because did they get Trouts, right? The head coach? Did he the Capitals guy? Did he go to the Islanders?
No, he went to
Wasn't official?
Islanders.
Yeah, but I'm saying then.
Oh, yeah.
Then Tabby went out the back door.
And Trout's is like,
He's like, I'm here.
What did I just do? What did I just do?
Tabby's like, I'm
Can I
out
go
here.
back? Can I go back?
I think we fucked something up here, guys. Someone should have told me Tavares was fucking leaving,
I would
guys.
stay with Ovi.
Did I
I
not
would
get a
stay with
chance-
Ovi, and I can't stay at Ovi.
I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
I hate that Russian fuck. I would have taken him over this team without Tavares. Christ. I got
Who
Anders
wants to get
Lee
to Long
now.
Island?
I got Anders Lee now as my best player. Oh, we're fucked.
Scott. He said it's Bence, as in like fence with a B. So sorry, Scott. I apologize.
What's that
Mike
about?
Parker, lots of laughs tonight, boys.
Spidey.
The YouTube chat kind of runs itself over there. Yeah, we know.
Spidey.
Chrome chimes in. Leafs are reportedly already early Stanley Cup favorites at 6-1.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know about all that. But
Tavares and Austin Matthews kind of puts you in that
That's
spot.
true. I like
That's
Mitch.
what
I like
I'm
Mitch
saying.
Marner too.
Mitch
Yeah.
Marner's
Yeah.
great talent. Whoa. faded in and out on me, the headset. One of the worst signings of the NBA free agency might have just gone down a couple minutes ago with the New York Knicks signing Mario Hezonja.
Yeah.
I got that right?
Hazonia, maybe
Hazonia?
something,
Yeah,
whatever.
right,
Yeah,
Right,
whatever.
from the Magic. Very cheap deal, small deal, but still not a quality player, I think, going to New York. What do you guys think about that?
Well,
It's the Knicks.
Hazonia, it is the Knicks. That's true.
And it's par for the course. Yeah, that's what they do.
I guess maybe they're just trying to load up Europeans next to Porzingis to see if it keeps him happy.
Keep him there.
I mean, Herzinga wasn't he like a top
Hazonia
5
was the one thing
number
about
4
the one
pick
thing
or
about
something?
Hazonia was he was a high pick.
Yeah.
He was. He hasn't been good though.
Then again, who is in Orlando?
That's true. So maybe I guess they're hoping maybe we get this guy cheap. He was really talented, and maybe he'll regain some of that in the mecca here of the fucking Big Apple. But I don't know. I think the Knicks stink. So
No, they're terrible.
we're gonna head to break. All right, we're gonna head to break, fam. We're gonna be back. Check us on YouTube, and we thank everybody for tuning in on this Facebook. You come sign over to YouTube. We'll be back like 5 minutes.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
listening to Bad Boys of Sports Talk Radio. Agree, disagree. Only on, you know what? A2DRadio.com.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
All right, we back. Welcome back, fam. We're going to hop right into Phillies discussion. Phillies just finished a nice fucking 3 out of 4 from the Nats at home, ending what was a extremely long, we were talking about this right before the show, starting at about May 17th until now, till the start of July, we had almost every team we played had a winning record. It was 44 games against, I think it was 12 or 13 series, 12 of them have winning records of the teams that we faced. We come out of it 22-22. You really can't ask for much more, in my opinion. And so everything's moving forward for us right now. I know, obviously, we're going to start addressing maybe a third baseman to move in, but the team's playing well right now, hitting on all cylinders. And we got a really cake schedule coming up in July with the All-Star break in the middle. So hopefully we need like a 17-6 July.
Yeah,
to really fucking torque it up.
I wasn't even going to go that far. I was just going to say, the next 11 before the break, 8-3, 9-2. Anything less is a disappointment.
Yeah,
terrible.
Absolutely.
Terrible.
I totally agree.
Orioles are cheeks, Pirates are cheeks, and we know with the Marlins, playing better, but still.
Yeah, they're still cheeks.
But
then we also
better than all three of them.
We have after the break our first 4 series after the break are all teams under 500.
Yeah.
So.
I don't mean to jump back to LeBron, but I got something I just saw.
Yeah,
on
hop
Twitter.
it in.
Windhurst said on ESPN News that LeBron had come to the decision.
He's a
days
pig.
ago.
I don't even listen to him.
Today's Sixers meeting was a courtesy meeting, had some interest, but they're never really in the running. Says with 2-team Cleveland and LA. So I just wanted to.
Yeah. It's because Windhurst's from Cleveland. He's
Yeah.
swallowing that dick some more.
Over the bra.
All right, Windhurst.
Hey, over the bra. No titties were out. Just over the bra.
Yeah.
But no, I think today's win was huge because it was getting ready to get in the danger zone. We were 2 outs away from back to Valentin.
Jeswell.
Yeah. No.
Jeswell?
He fired the last bullet, and I think it was a position guy was going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was no doubt
said
about
they were going
to
Jeswell.
I didn't see the press. I didn't see the presser.
That's what he
There was
said,
nobody
yeah.
warming up, so
Yeah,
we figured a position guy was underneath just playing catch or whatever it was, because that was the last bullet.
It was Jeswell.
And of course he dodged that.
Yeah.
But,
The napper.
8 innings out of the
his
pen.
dad called it.
The first off, I had the interview on video. We're gonna post it up. Post up a little later for the fam. But he said the interview was great, by the way. And Nap's like he's like, actually, my dad called it. I told him I'm not playing today. He's like, well, just hit a walk off. He's like, I'll even show you the text. Dude, it was great. Great interview. I love that interview. Nap's a good kid. Couldn't happen to a better
with
kid.
the water coming in. Do you see Pavetta drill him with the
Smoked
water?
him. Smoked him.
But 8 innings out of the pen was fantastic. Thompson
Great.
was absolute nails. I mean, it was just
Jake
tremendous
looked
job
good.
by those guys.
Uncle Pat looked a little shaky first, but he got out of it.
Yeah.
He looked a little shaky.
Yeah, it's his
first outing.
Debut, 1/3 of an inning. I mean,
where I questioned yesterday a lot. Like, why would you not go to a Mark Leiter Jr. early and just ride him for 2 to 3 innings instead of? And I know Altera came up and he hit that double, and so that move worked. But it was just like it seemed like every pitcher was an inning or 2 inning guy, depending on when he came in, as opposed to going to a guy like Leiter or even Thompson, who are guys that are stretched out that could have gotten you 2, 3, 4 innings.
I'm right with you on that.
But I mean, it worked out because they got the win, but. I think you could have played it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think at the time it's more of a trust thing because Rios has been fantastic for them. He threw 41 pitches the night before, so for him, that's a guy you're talking about. We're always talking about Huevos right there. Huevos.
Yeah.
There's a guy that said, "Hey, listen, first and second no outs." The bullpen phone rang and he sprinted in.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then
you knew he wasn't throwing today.
Rendon hit a missile.
Yep.
He got the young pup to pop up, and then got Murphy out or something.
Who is an absolute superstar in the making.
Who, Soto?
Soto is an absolute stud.
I think he's going to be a good player, yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't miss.
He's only 19.
Absolutely.
He shouldn't miss.
Rookie of the year.
If he continues this
I mean,
pace,
good chance.
I mean, is
got
there
up
really
early
anybody else?
Got up early enough. Acuna. And all those guys.
Acuna, yeah.
You got.
And
Is Ozzie Albies a rookie?
Albies there too?
If Albies is the rookie, then he's rookie of the year.
Yeah. No, he can be. You know who's a dark horse too, and is having quietly a really good season for the Marlins? Brian Anderson.
Brian Anderson is having a good year.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. I've used him in some daily fantasy. It's won me a couple bucks, a couple shells, a couple shillings,
Couple shekels.
couple shekels. No, but no. I mean, it was great. That was great to get that win, and that play by Vinny yesterday. I mean, we got to talk about it. It's got to go down as like one of the best plays I've ever seen. Like the fact that ball goes. You could hear it on the TV off the elbow. It sounded gross. On TV, it sounded gross. He drops the glove and throws a strike with Adam Eaton running. It's not a fucking catcher running. It's Adam Eaton. And it saves a run.
It's not even a flip either. It's across the diamond.
It was across the diamond.
It's about 4 steps away from third base.
Let me tell you right now, okay? I
put it with Burley. I put it with the Burley play.
Oh, my God. Absolutely.
Between the legs,
absolutely. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm nowhere near the player that Vince Velasquez was, but I pitched a lot. If that was to ever happen to me and I had to throw left-handed from that spot, I'm airmail. There's no doubt. Yeah. There's no way I'm throwing a seed. Okay?
A strike,
There's no way.
I mean, maybe you throw a seed, but the strike, it was right on the bag.
Yeah, right on the bag.
And because of this fact, he actually came up. He played a little outfield and threw opposite. Like,
yeah, they said he's ambidextrous. They said he can throw with both hands. So, I mean, obviously it shows. I mean, listen. First off, most people
the wherewithal to do that.
I was going to say,
I mean,
most people don't even
have strength.
They don't even have the what would you say? Like like you said, the wherewithal. Or, just to drop the glove and throw it left-handed. First off, most guys would have just went down.
Yeah. First reaction, your arm's broke. Shit, my arm's broke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the fact that he threw left-handed, I mean,
it's crazy. And guess what? There's a guy on third, so it saves a run, and we won by a run. It fucking saves the game.
Jason Stark tweeted out. He goes, "No disrespect to Pat Vendetti, I think his name is, the ambidextrous pitcher." He goes, "But that was the most impressive play I've seen from an ambidextrous player." Like, I mean, it really was.
It was amazing.
Right. When you got a 100-mile-an-hour ball drill you in the elbow.
Yeah.
How he only has a bruise right now, I'm shocked. Contusion.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it was Eaton running. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, all
man on third.
All things were lined up. It was unbelievable.
Dropped it, like you said. The wherewithal to drop the glove, throw it lefty, and he throw a strike on the bag. Like just capping it off. Like you said, that Mark Burley play, which was opening day play by the way.
Yeah.
And I know my shit.
No hitter too.
Yes.
Right.
And it was, but like that one play of the year that year is probably maybe one of the best plays I've ever seen in my life. Okay, but that Velasquez one's up there. Yeah. It's up there.
Yeah,
what a play.
For sure.
Absolute great play. Now, I want to ask you guys a question, and for everyone else out there in YouTube land, you can chime in. So the Phillies moving forward, okay, like we said, got an easy stretch coming up. What do you think they do with Velasquez's spot? Probably won't get used till July 9th, I would guess, because of I think they have 2 off days this week.
Right.
So
tomorrow being one.
Yes, and then also Thursday. So you figure probably going to go 4-man rotation this week since you have the extra off day, because you usually don't have 2 off days in a week. That's like never happens. Yeah. So I'm going to guess that's July 9th. Someone's going to have to start.
I would say lighter gets
I'm hoping to God it's later.
I think it's lighter.
Well, it depends on Eichhoff's time frame too.
I don't think he's ready.
I think
he has been throwing a little bit.
He's been throwing. He's been working his way back. It's just a matter of
feel.
Yeah,
no, not money. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, it's the
thing.
tingles.
I
mean, I get tingles when I But
you can't feel the breaking ball. So
right. Yeah. And he's a guy. Obviously, we know needs to be able to feel the breaking ball because he doesn't have overpowering stuff.
And it's his best pitch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But I guess it also it depends on what they do here moving forward. You hear they're hot on they're hot on
the
Texas,
Moose. Hot on the Moose,
and they're hot on Moose as well. Like, is there a pitcher out in Kansas City that you get enticed to throw in the Moose? A la Danny Duffy.
Okay, yeah, we could use a lefty.
Or you go to Texas and you get Beltran Hamels.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know Beltran's just people are like, why Beltran? Well, listen,
I love Beltran.
I know he's old, but he still feels the position spectacular. He's still a good bat to have in the lineup, and he's a leader, a veteran, and guess what? He's 10 times better than anybody we got playing third right now because McHale just can't field it.
Yeah.
And they're not, and it's clear that he's not big on Mikkel because he's only playing every third game.
Yeah, 1 or 2 days a week.
2-3 days a week. And the other guys we got out there, Jesmuel Valentin, who double clutched today. I don't know how the fuck he got trade turnaround. I don't know why he's double clutching on that ball. You know who's running, Jesmuel. Yeah. What are you doing? Okay,
review, I know.
He can fly.
They want to review.
He can fly, but if he I can't believe they actually got the out because I thought he was safe on TV. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Yeah. He double clutch. You can't double clutch. Maybe fastest right-handed batter in the league. I don't know. Just they got to do something with the third base position. Something has to happen. I'm cool with Moustakis.
Yeah,
I'm cool with Beltray and Hamill.
Yeah,
So your boys
I think
might come in and swoop them up. I heard the Cardinals are hot for Moustakis right now too.
they're fucking atrocious. But yeah, they got to do something. And the name I was thinking for them is like Dozier. You know, the Twins are out of it. It's time to get a bat in there. But yeah,
Get that Doge.
You know what I mean? I don't know if Moose is the man or not. But yeah, they got to they got to do something too. But
You put Moustakis in there, you can slide Carpenter over to second base because his arm's not adequate from third base.
I'll surely take him too. He hit his 16th home run the other night. So
Yeah.
he's going to be the answer for a bunch of teams, absolutely. But I think we can agree that it's July 1st now. So the Sixers, Braves ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? This is real talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's time. It's going to be seller. It's seller time. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to necessarily mean you're going to be Machado time. All right, but it's buyer time.
Yeah,
buyer
buyer time.
time.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
buyer. Yeah, yeah.
Buyer time. You know what I mean? They're going. They got to go for it. You know?
Oh yeah, because guess
There's
what?
about 6 teams
guess what?
in that
Braves,
mix,
the
you know?
Braves are buying too. So
There's 6 teams in that mix. You know,
and the Braves got a lot in the cupboard. There's a
from-
lot down low that they can offer for teams. So
Yeah.
let's get on it. Let's get out in front of it. You know,
There's about 6 or 7 teams probably for those 2 spots. You know, the 3 in the East. You know, somebody's got to win it. The other 2. And then the Brewers, Cubs, and if the Cards would have to make a move. I think they're atrocious, but they'd have to really do something to get back in it. So let's not count them out. 3, 5, and then you're talking about somebody's got to win the West. But then the Dodgers and Giants are playing well too.
Giants,
so
yeah.
there's anywhere from 7 teams for 2 spots. So
absolutely. And the Phils, you got to like where you're sitting right now if you're the Phils. And like you said, you got to go. Something's got to happen. This is it's time to buy.
Yep.
And if you can go, maybe you can entice it in a bullpen arm. I know we got some guys coming back, which is nice. So hopefully that will help. Neris needs to stay down for a while because he's just not. Something's not ready. Forever's fine,
him
but
him and Altera can go jump off the same bridge together, hold hands.
It's
Short
Neris.
plank.
Yeah.
Neris is bad.
Oh.
And Altera,
It's like every
is just,
time.
I know you were always on the hate Altera train. I like Aaron, but he has had a really, really difficult year.
He's John Mayberry. Just everybody realizes he's John Mayberry.
I don't know. But he's shown a lot more than Mayberry ever showed, though.
It's one thing
He's
with
batting
Neris.
$170.
Not this year. I'm talking about last year. Christ Almighty!
But when-
We all know what he's doing this year. All right.
How about when Neris gets drilled, he don't give up singles. He
No,
gives up homers.
No,
He
bombs.
gives up 5 homers.
Dude,
yeah.
bombs.
You're
The
right.
one
Like,
that
you're a
homers.
pitcher, give up a single.
It's one thing you give up a single and 2 doubles, a walk, and you're like, hey, my titties are glowing. This cat gives up 4 jacks the other night in the ninth.
Dude,
it's like unbelievable.
Yo,
Yeah.
the one that Mark Reynolds hasn't landed yet.
Oh,
okay?
my
That
God.
ball was fucking crushed.
You don't
soon
miss
as he
middle
hit
in.
it, soon as he hit it, I went, oh, I just got home from
You don't
work.
miss middle
I
in
just got home from
against
work.
Mark.
Literally just got home
It's the
from
only
work.
pitch you can hit.
First thing I see is yeah, that's
You
true.
stay away from Mark, you got him.
First thing I
throw
see
him
is
a hook.
first thing I see is Soto go dead center, and I'm like, oh my god, it's getting out of hand.
Welcome back.
And then next pitch, I'm like, oh Jesus, oh my god, that ball's crushed.
As they're hitting, I can hear Charlie. It's hitting weather.
It's hitting weather.
It's that hot humid air.
Neris is here. It's hitting weather.
Neris is in
Oh, my
hitting weather. I still can't believe that, man. They went back to AAA, which is where he needs to be right now, and he definitely needs to stay down there.
Yeah, stay down.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a couple, who else? Brad Hand, maybe available from San Diego.
Mike brought him up on Wednesday, and yeah, I mean that would be
Brad Hand's
you
a guy.
You definitely need a lefty. I mean, understand.
You have to get a lefty.
You got to get a
Yeah,
lefty.
yep.
Because today he went to the pen. I understand Tommy Hunter can get both guys out, and Uncle Pat comes from down under. You know what I mean? But you went righty,
Yep.
right. You took one righty out to get another righty. I understand they're 2 different pitchers, and I get that. And he got the Brian Goodwin. Brian Goodwin's not going to win any batting titles. I don't know why he's in the big leagues because he can run a little bit. That's fine. So it wasn't anybody scary, but still, that's still a spot where you go to your lefty for an out. You know what I mean? Where he really has no chance.
I mean, our lefty's
Yeah.
Adam Morgan, and
Yeah.
I have no confidence in Adam Morgan whatsoever. So you got to get a lefty. A lefty has to be brought in. And like you said, I like Danny Duffy. Danny Duffy, because we don't have a left-handed starter either. So,
No.
I mean, Jesus, we need a lefty. And maybe Jake Thompson, today had to build some confidence for the guy because he pitched great
He's like
today.
a little spider,
over there?
scorpion type. Sorry, bro.
You all right?
Jump in Wolf's lap over here in a second?
There he is.
You getting a little nervous?
I got him. Hang on.
Kill that thing.
Yeah, just rub it into the carpet.
Yeah.
It was a spider scorpion looking son of a bitch. I
Little
mean,
I don't
break
think
of
they
joy.
make spider scorpions, but if they do, we're in trouble.
I don't look it up. Buddy. I mean, I hear you. I tend to agree with you, but it fucking
Apparently,
looked like it.
apparently in the studio we got scorpions. It's chaos. LeBron signed with the Lakers. Scorpions and spiders are fucking. It's chaos.
I was just gonna say. I mean, they had
Cats
that,
are marrying dogs. It's chaos.
that good scorpion pussy. You
Mass
never know,
hysteria.
buddy. You could pass it up.
How does that work, huh? Who's on top in that situation? You think the spider's got the 8 legs that holds them down, or does the scorpion get that tail going?
Come
you know?
to my web. When this web's a rocking, don't come and knock it. Let's go.
Oh, we're the best.
Compliments of TTB
That
Ball
wrong?
and some breaking news. Orlando
TTB.
just got Aaron Gordon, agreed to a 4-year, $84 million
Greg's
deal
guy.
to
There's
resign.
your guy back to Orlando.
Back
he's
to life.
I tell you what, he's a good dunker.
Chrome chimes in on the YouTube chat.
Crummy.
Cardinals could use Moustakis and
Sure.
the reliever. Oh, yeah, and fire Matheny.
Yeah,
Shocker, Chrome.
And then he comes back again, hashtag fire Matheny.
absolutely. How about my Dozier right there, though?
The
Mike-
Doge.
Cromer, you gotta
Mike
like that,
Parker,
buddy.
the Burley meter. He said, remember when ESPN tonight, or
We need
baseball
Dozier.
tonight,
Yeah.
used to do the Burley meter?
Yeah.
He said, Vinny V, a 9.7 on the Burley meter.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Stuck the landing, too.
And up to minute, Mike Parker said the Phillies right now have the second wild card
Yeah.
as it sits
at,
right now.
At the moment, yes. And today was a really great way. You had to take, going into this series, okay, you lose 2 or 3 to New York. You're like, okay, we got Washington coming in, right? We got to take 3 of 4 to go 500 in that stretch we were talking about, and they take 3 of 4. You got an off day coming. You got to feel good. Hopefully we're coming to Baltimore to fucking ram it down their throat. I'd love a sweep in Baltimore.
And apparently there might be some A2D people in the house on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah?
home game, right?
Heading on
Home
down?
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently Mr. Mataraki is coming some tickets, and we're, group's going down.
Nice.
Home game, right? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's,
Are we home?
Eflin, it's Eflin versus.
Is it in Baltimore?
No, it's home.
Was it home and home? Don't we play
2 games. It's 2 games.
4th of July is home?
Yeah, it's NOLA.
Is it?
It's NOLA
Tuesday,
day.
Wednesday, yeah.
I thought 4th of July was in Baltimore. I'm
it's
all,
also
I'm all
Rusev
fucked
Day.
up.
Huh?
It's a wrestling joke.
Yeah.
Rusev Day.
I watch wrestling, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lana's my,
Oh,
Nola on
Fuck
4th of
Rusev.
July.
Yeah.
Fuck Russo. I want to see Lana.
I'll tell you what, I like Nola on 4th of July,
Yeah.
though. I like that.
Some fireworks there.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of fireworks, I was driving home from a graduation party as the fireworks were going off. People were parking behind like the Burlington Coat Factory shopping center, like not paying for Phillies tickets, but you saw right over 76 in the bridge and you had a perfect view. I'm like, that is genius.
I mean, people are smart sometimes.
Like, that is genius. Like, just there and always watch them like on top of their car. I'm like, well played.
Yeah.
Well played.
They're in the sky.
Gotta give it to them.
There's like 4 sets.
I watched the Audubon once from my backyard. Usually. I usually have a few cocktails beforehand.
Sure.
Quite a few.
Absolutely.
No, never. I don't drink. I don't drink ever. I guzzle. I was doing picklebacks last night. I don't know if everybody's ever jumped on a pickleback train, but I don't know. Kid's a fan. It's like you do a shot of whiskey. We're doing Jameson. You do Jameson first, and you follow with a shot of pickle juice. And the pickle juice not only does it hydrate you, i.e. the Eagles pickle juice game against the Cowboys from back in the day, but Cowboy crumbs?
Yeah,
I
Cowboy
hope
crumbs.
so. I was getting a little aggressive for a second there. I was about to say there's a spot on the couch for Tom again.
2 weeks turned into a month.
No, but
Change the locks.
Not only does it give you a little, keeps you going, it doesn't dry you out, but it also
Puts a little lead in your
a
pencil.
little lead in the pencil,
Okay.
and it fucking completely eliminates the taste of the whiskey. Wow, amazing! It's kind of I never do them before. You ever doing them, Robbie? Pickleback?
Many times.
See, there we go. I was doing them last night. I tell you what, kind of fell in love. I had too many. I had a rough morning, but I'm a fan. So if anybody wants to hit the the studio with some some whiskey and some pickle juice, we're drinking.
Dill Spears.
Chrome picklebacks are the greatest and worst things ever.
They are great. And I did have a rough morning, so they are also a little bad.
And then he says, how crazy is it that Bobby Bonilla Day landed on the same day as Rusev Day this year?
Bobby Bo.
Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, fellows. Smartest man on the planet.
Greatest agent of all time.
That is one of the most
obviously,
impeccable.
I'm not sure how much Bobby had to do with that. I mean, but besides to agree with it and say, yeah, sure, that's fine. The greatest agent of all time.
You have the biggest heist.
I got one. I got one for you guys.
Everyone's thinking that this guy getting $1.2 million, right? This is essentially, if you round up.
25 years, is that what it is?
For, till 2025, 2035.
I think it
would be the greatest heist in sports history.
I got one for you, right?
Mr. Wilson can top it.
So on Bobby Bonilla Day, they put this thing out, right? I seen it earlier today. It's actually really good. And so Bobby Bonilla, obviously, that's a great heist, and everybody likes making fun of the Mets. Sorry, Rob. But they said not the biggest heist in sports history. Okay, so ready. Okay, this honor belongs to the Spirit of St. Louis owners Ozzie and Daniel Silna. Okay, the Spirits were excluded from the '76 merger of the ABA and NBA. All right, so the Silnas watched unhappily as the New York, now Brooklyn Nets, Denver Nuggets, Indiana Pacers, and San Antonio Spurs were absorbed into the NBA. But the Silnases negotiated an astonishing benefit that was critical to the merger, an agreement to be paid 1/7 of the national television revenue that each of the 4 teams was to receive as long as the league continued to exist. That amounted to being paid in perpetuity, and so far the deal has provided the Silnas with about $310 million. Okay? Now, that $310 million alone from the Nets, Nuggets, Pacers, and Spurs would have been enough to call this the greatest swindle of all time. But that's quite literally not even the half of it, because the most recent NBA TV deal kicked in. The NBA decided they had enough of the Silna brothers and put a $500 million buyout on them, meaning that they've made $800 million from the NBA because their team didn't make the cut from the ABA to the NBA.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Is that crazy? And so, wait, there was more of it. So they got 45% each, and their lawyer got 10%. So what amounts to what Bobby Bonilla's contract of $30 million amounts to, their lawyer, Donald Shupak, actually got $80 million.
Boy, Donnie.
Day.
Well done.
Solid job, Donnie, and that's crazy, by the way. We were talking about that earlier before the show. That's crazy. Crazy talk. But Bobby Bo, congratulations, Bobby. I'm sure he's having a cocktail in celebration today.
Chrome's like, we still have 17 more years to troll the Mets about this as well.
It's amazing. It goes to 20, what is it?
2035 or something
that
like
long?
that? Yeah.
I thought it was 2030, but 2035, that's amazing.
How long did they think he was going to play? Till he was 68?
Well, no, what they did is
I know they spread it out. I know.
But it wasn't even that. See, what he did, he was actually genius out of them. It's because it's when the Mets got taken to the bank by the Ponzi scheme.
2035, yeah.
When the Mets got taken by the Ponzi scheme, they didn't have the money. So
Bernie?
So Bobby. Yes. So he should actually be he should be doing a shot to Madoff right now. Bobby Bo should be, because he said, "Oh, you know what, guys? Don't pay me right now. Push it back, and in 2005, start paying me $1.19 million every year for 30 years." Genius.
That's awesome. 35.
Woo! It's incredible. It really is.
Chrome, that's insane. Hashtag the more you know. Mike Parker, I always chase my whiskey with more whiskey.
Attaboy,
good
Mike.
man.
Attaboy, Mike. Spidey.
In the garage, we know that.
Garage talk.
That's
usually stop there.
That's
By the way,
usually, he starts ordering jerseys.
Was that more awkward than – was that awkward, that video with Tom and Spidey?
I didn't click on it.
I didn't see it. It looked a little
awkward.
I just saw the initial
I think Spidey might have got a little starstruck by the Godfather.
Oh, wow.
Spidey, come on.
Wow, I hope not.
No,
we couldn't see the hands under the.
I wanted to be in the garage, doing a straight live talk, like garage talk.
At least hide around the corner. Put a towel
That
on your face.
That was awesome. Tommy and Mike were even.
Dude, when I saw the picture, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I didn't.
Tommy stopped in. All right.
But
I
the
like
Godfather
it.
had to bless the kids. You know what I mean?
Little fam talk
Kiss
down
some
there.
babies.
We like it.
After 30 monsters had to piss.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Spidey. I need a pisser.
Shaking hands and kissing babies. First off, is he still swallowing monsters like that? He told me he stopped.
No, he stopped. He's no longer on Monsters.
That's amazing.
There you go.
He's going through withdrawal.
The more you know, Chrome.
He sent me a photo. He had a mellow yellow on the ride down. I was like, that's my man.
Oh shit! Stopping at Wawa.
One vice to the other.
Yep. Well, down there they have them in the bottles. They have them like in the Coke
Oh,
bottles.
okay, all right.
Good old South.
We're talking mellow yellow.
So, what else? NHL moving forward? Like, who are the Flyers looking at? I know, obviously, we know they re-signed JVR, guy that we used to have. Now, I know I seen Greg comment on it earlier on Facebook, so I know not the biggest fan of the deal. I mean, I like JVR. Is it a little long?
That's
It's
that's
a
my
little
problem with
long. I agree, but if you want the guy, go get the guy. That's what I'm at. So
that's my issue with it. You know, is he could score, he could light the lamp, he always could. Mm-hmm. You know, but we got rid of him for a reason. You know, and then all right, so different coach, different system. Maybe he fits this one better than the last one, and cool, I'm good. But 5 years.
Well, he
5
developed
years?
a lot as a player in his years in Toronto or when I put up like about $135.
Oh, yeah, I mean, trust me, I got the stats thrown down my face since he left the Flyers because apparently I'm an idiot. But I was never questioning the talent. I was just questioning the length of the deal.
No, I get
you
you.
can sell me on a 2-3 year deal, but
yeah,
now we're talking
a lot.
5.
5's a lot.
You know, it's just that's where
7 years.
I mean, I guess
per year.
Yeah.
Are they going to trade Simmons?
I think that's what this is setting up for because they definitely need to offer, either to a free agent or Wayne Simmons this long-term deal. They give it to JVR, who plays a softer game, not as physical game as Wayne Simmons. Thus, you got to think he'll have a longer durability to honor that 5-year contract. I really feel this is setting up for a deal with Columbus, where Simmons goes to Columbus, maybe a couple other pieces back and forth, and we get Panarin. I think
please tell me we're not bringing Scott Hartnell back.
No.
Jeez, you
No,
bring
Scotty
JVR,
Hart's?
you bring JVR, might as well
But they're
bring Scott
definitely in
Hart.
talks for
First off,
Panarin.
I
though.
like Scotty Hart's.
Oh, yeah.
I did. He hit the ice maybe too much.
Hartnell
Okay.
down.
Hit Sheeta
Hashtag
Parveen a
Hartnell
little
down.
too much, too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's
Hell no.
never too much.
No,
That's
there's
true.
definitely not too much.
That's true.
Sheena. No, but
He's in DC now.
yeah. So, but anyway, so back to Hartnell. My biggest issue with Hartnell is that was a guy that you knew was going to get you 40 points, and we bring R.J. fucking Krumberger back, who was the worst player I've ever seen in NHL history. He stinks. He literally is on the ice. He might as well be doing a couple skate out there because he's insignificant at all times.
Backward skate.
Yes, couple skate time. Grab your couples.
There it is.
Uh-oh.
see.
Bonding session going on over here, Tommy. Oh, no.
The more
But,
you
like,
know.
who else do you see that the Flyers could possibly
what does
target?
Panera play?
What's that?
What is Panera?
Winger, I believe, left winger.
Wing, I believe, yeah. Panarin, yeah.
I mean, they have good bagels, Panera,
Oh, yeah, they do. They have really good bagels.
and baked goods too. The cookies are
Dude,
top-notch.
phenomenal veggie cream cheese that they make in house.
Yeah, well, no.
No, not a veggie cream. Oh, I have a thing, veggie cream cheese, man. That's all I get on my bagels. Veggie cream cheese.
Yep, left wing.
Left wing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Yeah, I heard. I
Veggie
saw
cream.
that. Yeah, I saw the. I just didn't recognize the name, but I saw we were like one of the 8 teams that were like interested in that in
Yeah.
a trade for him.
So who else do you think they could possibly target?
It's tough because, there was just a flurry of action today.
Yeah, there was a
too,
lot,
you
yeah.
know?
there was a lot that came off
See
the
who's
board.
left.
Well, aren't they up on the cap too? Like, they don't have a ton of room?
No, they don't. That's why they're gonna.
And
a lot of people think there's gonna be some trading done.
No. They freed up a lot of cap. They had 21, 22 million on the left over on the cap going into this season.
So we got a good amount.
So
Yeah, so
that
you
means
still have,
the
like,
Umberger
14
deal
left.
came off.
Yep.
Fucking got rid of that Krumberger.
Yeah.
Now he's not actually having a couple skates somewhere. Fucking bastard.
I guess John Carlson still.
Yeah.
No, Carl signed.
He did sign.
Mike Green's the guy that's out there.
No. Green signed too with Detroit.
Did he sign with
Yeah,
Detroit?
I
Carlson
believe
re-signed with not Washington. He got paid big bucks.
Yeah.
Yes,
he had
did.
a good
That's right.
year.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of young talent. We still need to bring in a scorer, like a proven scorer. JVR, okay, that's good. I'd still like another guy that can put the puck in the net.
Well, there's their Panera.
Yeah, so that's I guess that would be that.
I know the hockey guys were talking. They'd like a veteran on the D line. On the defense.
Okay.
That's not a turnstile like Andrew McDonald, and I can't complain about that.
Yeah, I'm not an Andrew McDonald guy.
Andrew Mack can go.
I like a lot of the young
be a
defensemen, though. I do. Yes.
He's going back to turnstiles.
Yeah, I mean he might be
Full circle.
He's not as bad as Isaiah Thomas, but he might be a turnstile. Isaiah's a runway. He's a turnstile. But yeah, see, I'm not too big on I'm not like up on the NHL free agency right now, or I'd give you a better answer. But
it's weird they came together like same day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
crazy.
Usually they're a little bit apart to where you have time to digest both, and now it's just like
everything got thrown down your throat.
You get Woj bombs and you get Bob McKenzie bombs from TSN, and you're just like, what do I listen to?
Plus the Phillies been playing good ball. Yeah,
System overload.
I've been fully torqued.
Crow chimes in. Going back to the Parker Tom video, there was a lot of bro love. I've never seen Parker so speechless. But then Parker's like, I'm 5 minutes off I-85 and gave him a couple mellow yellows and a case of cherry wine, I think is coming home, I heard. Chrome, JVR is a great addition, but must adjust the defense. Parker, the video caught me off guard. I wanted to have him make a guest appearance on Garage Talk, which I thought would have been awesome.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Wayne's World.
And he goes up,
Wayne's World.
And he goes up, booting up the video in his driveway. Had a French toast bagel with veggie cream cheese this morning from Sharky's Wilson's, the absolute best.
Yes.
Who's out there to beef up the defense? That's what
we got to do. I mean, something's got to go, and then obviously.
You said Mike Green just signed with Detroit?
Yeah, so I don't even know who the fuck else is out there, but you would hope they bring a veteran defender in, and then obviously, hey, are we gonna let the kid run the show, or are we gonna wait till mid-season? What's gonna happen?
Is the Hartman coming?
With Carter, what's gonna happen? Oh. What are we thinking? Listen, if he comes in and he looks great, you got to fucking play him. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm tired of the bullshit. We haven't had a goalie in this town in 30 years since one hit the fucking steps when he left the Coliseum.
It's
still
broken.
We haven't had one since.
But I love his attitude. He's talking like he wants to win the job or make the team, and I'm all in.
Me too.
If he is good enough in camp that he breaks the team,
you better be starting him.
He better be there.
Fucking A.
And I understand a 19-year-old goalie, they're as fragile as starting pitchers
it happens,
mentally.
though.
But the kid has done everything else you want him to do.
What
does he need to do? Go to the Phantoms?
The Phantoms?
Just to play?
Fuck that.
How about he plays up here?
Absolutely.
I'm
right with you.
I'd rather him play 2 days a week backing up Elliott than play every day down in Lehigh Valley.
Me too. I'm right with you on that.
And
guess what? Maybe halfway through the season, he
when
takes
the trade deadline comes, you trade the bum Elliott, and then, hey, Carter, let's go. I'm riding you. That's what I want.
I'm right with you. Listen, you got a young defense. Let's go with the young goalie. Let's build a core. Let's go with it. I'm all for Carter Hart.
Well, you see what you're made of. We talk about that all the time with the Phillies young guys, with all these young guys. Like, just go play. If you can play, you can play. I mean, if you're going to be that much of a mental midget, a.k.a. we'll see what Fultz is made of and stuff like that, then you're not worth it. Then, we don't want you. Get the hell out of here. We're not going to wait till you're 21 to see if you matured.
Right.
It's the same fucking game you played all the time.
Same game.
Fucking skates, you're in a fucking
still
place.
on ice, still on skates.
You're between the
still
fucking
wearing
pipes.
a glove and a waffle pad. Let's go.
The only issue is there's more
a
people
little
watching.
faster. Yeah. People are watching.
That's it.
The speed is, pretty
But
insane.
you've been ready for this your whole life.
You've
been training for this your whole life.
Mentally, you're ready. You're saying at 19 you want to come. You want the job. Yeah. Let's go. I'm sick of watching just other teams give their young guys a chance. Now I get it. Connor McDavid, 18, 19 years old. He's a center. It's different. I get that.
But there's been young guys.
The kid has won everything
How about
else.
the kid from Pittsburgh that came in? The goalie,
Matt Murray.
He was only 20, right? And what did he win? 2 cups already now? So hey, let's go.
Brodeur was a pup. I mean, I don't know exactly. I mean, I'm not a monster hockey guy like you
they're
guys,
all
but he was a pup. You know what I mean?
The guy from Pittsburgh before, Fleury was a
Fleury's
pup. He came in as a pup. So,
and those two
Well, you got
guys
to
worked
grow
out pretty
goalies.
well.
You can't trade for them. You got to grow them.
Yeah.
You know, no doubt
And-
about it.
So see what they're
Because
made
we
of, you know?
traded them away.
Yeah.
We had to go. We just traded them away.
Bob.
yeah, we didn't give him. That's probably why they're nervous because they pulled Bob up and he didn't play great early and they traded him too quick.
Yeah.
Looking at some remaining free agents out there on the defensive side, the biggest name I could see, and it's not even that big of a name, is Calvin Haan from the Islanders. He's out there, a guy that you could pick up inside, maybe offering a little bit of a veteran presence on the D-line. A big name offensively that still remains unsigned is James Neal, who just went all the way.
Yeah.
I know
I
it's a
just
bad
threw up
name.
in my mouth.
I know it's a bad name, but the guy can score goals, as we saw with the Vegas Knights going all the way to the finals.
He'll fucking knee in the face too.
No crumbs allowed.
Agreed.
I hate James Neal.
I don't even think we need it. You look at our top six right now, dude. Our top six go against anybody's top six.
I'm with you. I'm a little anxious for the Flyers. I think that they're going to have a good year. I just want to know about Carter Hart. That's all I want to see.
Yeah.
That's where my head is. I think
Missing
all the other
piece.
guys are ready to take steps forward. I think Konechny takes a step forward. I think Provorov, who's already a superstar, is just going to go into the realm of being an absolute superstar.
Put the C on that man right now.
Soon. It's got to be soon.
Either him or Cooch. Put him on him. After those playoff performances.
Where you stack them without any other moves? Where do you stack them right now?
I think we're like, 6, 7.
Yeah, like
in the
Robbie
East.
said, the top 6 you could really put up against anybody. You know what I mean? Especially when you move like Nolan Patrick on that.
Yeah,
on
that's
that,
the thing
on
is you
that
think
2
Nolan
line.
takes another step up.
You know, when you center him with JVR and Couture,
Konechny maybe? Or Coots?
Konechny's probably gonna be on the
Probably
first
line, yeah.
with G and Coots. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And right now it's probably Simmons on that second line, but you probably figure he's getting dealt some.
No,
you know?
you could have
Voracek?
JVR, Voracek with
Voracek
with Patrick.
with Patrick.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good top 6, but then the talent doesn't really drop, but your drop off, your production talent drops off
Yes,
in there.
big time.
You
That's
know?
why we're going to need some of those other young guys to really step up.
Right.
Like, was it
Scotty Lawton?
Sky Lawton would be nice.
You know.
Is the other kid going to be ready to one?
What about Rubasov? Is Rubasov the Russian? Is he?
He'll compete
close?
for a spot on the team. He's close. He's definitely had some maturation.
Can never have too many
there with the-
Russians.
So
No.
if everything goes well, they're in the 5, 6, 7
Yeah,
spot.
maybe
they're in the playoffs
team.
again. Yeah,
Where we're
playoff
behind
team.
the 8 ball is Samuel Moran and the ACL injury. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
he
I
might.
don't think
He
he'd
might be done, man. It's sad to say because they got so much other young
They
defense.
signed him.
I know.
They
but
signed him because they had to, or because they lose him.
Yeah, lose him. But
Right.
I just think coming back from he's probably going to miss
Oh, he's
all
definitely
year,
missing this
right?
year. Yeah,
The
yeah.
whole year.
It's true,
it's
if you don't
probably, no,
use
I
it,
think
you
January,
lose it.
February. But I mean that's you get into latter half of the season there at that point, or beginning the second half of the season. That's just the reason why I could see the boys on Hockey Happy Hour saying that you maybe do need to bring another defenseman in because he was ready to take Andy McDonald's place right now.
Yeah.
And being like a
Absolutely.
hard checker to where you could piece off
That's
with
Wilson's
Gudis.
guy.
Yeah.
Hates.
Hey, hate him. All right.
Hate the face.
You got the questions, Robbie?
Sure.
Let's jump into the questions.
Real quick.
Go for
Mike Parker, Carter Hart coming in hot. Let him learn. Mike Parker, we
Yeah.
agree.
Oh, great.
That's
Absolutely
Spidey's on
great.
board.
Speaking of halfway through, we're almost or exactly halfway through the MLB season.
Yeah, pretty much
game-wise.
exactly, right? Yeah.
Yep.
82,
So,
yeah.
what has been your biggest surprise and your biggest disappointment in the first half?
For the whole season or for the Phillies?
Teams or individuals? Some of the teams,
Whatever you
wanna make
some of
of
the
it.
teams,
Yeah,
some of the teams for me, like the Rays. I mean, they're just always. It's something about them, I mean, I know they never got over the hump. The payroll's been horseshit. Nobody shows up, but and then you look up and they're 42 and 41. Man, that's impressive. I mean, they're out of it. Their division is obviously they have no chance with the Yankees and the Red Sox, but I mean, just tremendous job by them. The Tigers were supposed to be left for dead, doing nothing but 38 and another 38 win team. Ron Gardenheimer, tremendous manager. The Twins let him go too early years ago.
Yeah.
Just team wise right there.
How about I don't want to forget the question, but is Blake Snell up for grabs? Can somebody get him? You think? Think somebody could trade
They're
for
not going to
Snell?
win anything, and he's been fantastic.
He's been awesome.
Just lights out today against the Astros. Beat the Astros again. Yeah, he's fantastic.
I
And a
would-
lefty, too.
I would love to try to get
that
Blake.
phone should ring,
Chris
too.
I would love
Archer's
to.
another guy from Tampa
Another
Bay.
guy that I like, too, when
and I
healthy.
think they might be more willing to part with Archer than
Yeah, than
Snell. 'cause
Snell,
they're
yeah.
real high on Snell. And
Yeah,
Jacob
yeah.
Faria, who's another big arm for them, has been hurt for most of the year.
Yeah, they
Snell
got some
might
young
be
guys.
who they're going to link their future on or whatnot. And Archer, really, if you look at his
been
FIP,
struggling
yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last 2 years.
Absolutely.
He's been banged up. He's been struggling, but he's still got dynamic stuff. So.
Yeah, and he'll get a value.
For me, I'm going to look big picture, and the start of the season was atrocious for me. Like with all the snow outs that you had, and you had so many teams up north playing like meaningful games in northern states. Like that was just terrible planning. Like if you're going to do that, like if you're going to start before April, start everyone down south.
I was going to say we've said this every year. Like you leave spring training to go up north. Why? Just start the season first couple weeks. Everyone plays down south.
Yeah.
If you're a north team, guess what? You're not going to have opening day for 2 weeks. Sorry.
Completely
But at least you're not playing in fucking 38-degree weather.
Yeah.
It's not snowing. Like that's not baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball's not meant to be played like that.
Playing the
Yeah, I
southern
agree.
teams, or if you can't make it work out schedule-wise, maybe that's when you do some international games at the beginning of the season, playing in Mexico.
Yeah, go to Mexico,
you
yeah.
know, absolutely. Japan even.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Some disappointments, probably the Twins. They looked, they were probably a year early last year. Monster did a great job, and then, for them to free fall, they were expected to, hang with the Indians, for most of the year, and the Indians were better. They were scuffling for a while, and then they kind of pulled away. They're
Buxton
8.5 up or
not
something.
taking a step
Yeah,
forward
yeah,
and
yeah.
being
Same
hurt the
old,
whole
same
year
old
hurts
guy,
them
yeah.
because he's
Yeah.
a phenomenal defender.
Terrible signing by Lance Lynn. Chromo loved that. He's just absolutely fucking dog shit. He went today, got absolutely tittied. So
Titty popping Lynn's over there. Titty pop that Lynn.
tough to pitch in at Wrigley when
I
it-
think
when it's
Washington
going
those
like it
wins
is
now,
I
now.
think
yeah.
Washington's
Oh,
a
it's
disappointment too. You thought Washington was going to be
absolutely.
a monster, and then
They had a lot of
on the
injuries
flip
early,
side,
but yeah, they are.
two
Atlanta,
surprises,
Atlanta's
Atlanta and the
the other
Phillies.
side, and the Phillies.
I mean, I
Atlanta-
know there's guys at home, guys, Philly guys that that thought they were going to win 90 games, and if everything fell well, and Arrieta signing was good, and I thought they would be okay. I thought maybe win 80 games, 81 games, 82. But
They're playing
they're
above
playing
them.
really well.
People
Yeah, they're
thought,
playing
yeah.
above them. Yeah,
Definitely
absolutely.
playing above, and we have a good team dynamic going. That's why I like to see them capitalize. Like you said, it's buyer time.
Yep.
Buyer time, and Atlanta is definitely one for me. I know that Atlanta had a lot of young talent, but they're performing a lot better than I expected. And I don't know, probably. I guess you could say the Mets. They're also injured again, like they've been the last 2 years. So.
Yeah. For me, that's not even a disappointment, though. It's expected. If I knew going into the season, if the injuries crept up again like they did last season, this was a 70-win team, and they might not even get to that.
Yeah.
They've been historically bad, worst June in the history of their
I was
franchise.
going to say it was really, and they started hot,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
right,
it's been
11-1.
really bad.
Well,
since.
that's
Agreed.
you're disappointed from that hot start
I'd have to-
till then.
Even though the payroll's crazy and they were picked to win the West, I'd have to give the Dodgers the nod as an early season surprise, just because all the adversity and I hate the Dodgers, all the adversity they had to deal with. No Kershaw,
they're
Seager
turning it around,
goes
yeah.
down, the Ginger Werewolf was hurt. You know what I mean? And we talked about having a chance to bury him, and nobody buried him.
buried
And then next
Yeah.
you look up and they're
Yeah.
2 games back. You know what I mean? And the Diamondbacks are like, fuck, we couldn't shake these guys.
How about the fucking D? How about the D-backs? I seen a thing. I think somebody might have been Jason Stark. Somebody put it out there, but the D-backs. First team or second, there was a team, 1953 Tigers and 1892 Pittsburgh Pirates, which featured Connie Mack as a player, by the way.
Roy's face?
They haven't first teams since those two teams to have a 10-plus. They went April. They were 17-7 or something like that in April. So there were 10 games over 500. Then there were 10 under in May, and then 10 over again in July. Wow. First team since 56 Tigers and 1892 Pirates to go 10 over, 10 under, 10 over.
Wow.
First 3 months of the season. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's
no
crazy.
Pollock again, of course. Every year.
Yeah,
It's
always
like
hurt.
death in
Great
Texas.
player,
Yeah,
always
yeah,
hurt.
yeah. It's
Great player, always hurt.
Yeah.
Before we get to the
And
next question,
JD Martinez maybe. Granted, he had a great second half last year, but he's kept it going.
he's smashing
He's
the ball.
powering the ball right now.
Smashing the ball.
Powering the ball.
Parker Archer hasn't been so hot this year. Indians are absolutely smashing the ball. Indians keep making me money.
Yeah, Lindor is a stud,
SJM86.
dude.
What up, fam?
What up?
Forgot you were on tonight, Bri, LMAO.
Stevie Maroney.
If Arrieta comes around, they can get a decent arm or a bat, maybe both. At the deadline, they can push for division, not just a wild card.
Absolutely.
Chrome, Lance Lynn is the epitome of dog shit. Can't eat innings when you can't get guys out. He's disappointed that Miggy got hurt. He was having a nice bounce back year.
Yeah, he started hot, hitting 320 or something. So
Go ahead, Robin.
Yeah,
sorry.
this might be the end of it for him.
yeah, it's upsetting.
Yeah,
End of an
this is
era,
One of the
really.
best hitters
Of all
one of the
time.
best hitters of all time.
Yep, absolutely.
No, absolutely.
Big time. Moving back to basketball for a little bit. Read this earlier today, so I want to ask you, will Devin Booker look to play elsewhere when eligible due to the Suns releasing his best friend, Tyler Ulis?
I don't know.
If you're still playing friend game in the NBA when it's a
You're playing the
business,
wrong
then-
game, yeah.
Then I don't want any parts of you.
And guess
you
what?
know.
Devin Booker's a hell of a player.
And Tyler Ulis is not.
And also the Suns have made some pretty solid moves with Ayton and Bridges coming in. I see the Suns, and I love the Ariza pickup that they just signed. A signing that we could have got to on the poll question is I'm a big Trevor Ariza fan. I think he's a very good player. He can hit
sign
shots
him,
for
huh?
you. He can
That's good.
D
That's good
up.
signing,
Yeah, Suns
Oh,
signed
shit,
him. Yeah,
that's good signing.
They got a lot of small forwards, though. I mean, because you
They
drafted
do.
Josh Jackson.
They do got
you
a
just
lot.
got Miguel Bridges. Now you got Trevor Ariza.
And at some point in your life, you know when your buddy sucks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's
Yeah.
like at some point, you know, like, hey, that's it. I gotta, yeah, I gotta cut him.
I know.
I gotta cut
We'll
him.
tell Tom. We'll let him know.
He had to cut him loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, logically,
Tyler
yes,
Ulis
but
is
he's
5'6".
Yeah,
crying like
should
a
be
baby
happy that he got
about
career.
it, though.
Should've stayed in
Booker is.
Should have stayed in college.
Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know if you guys caught this, but last night they had a Back to the Future event in this
I saw it.
Royals game.
I saw it.
So I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the futuristic uniforms that were worn last night in the
Gay!
Royals game?
I never want to see it again.
I know they did this
D. Gordon
before.
does not have the arms to wear a sleeveless shirt.
Seattle did this before when Griffey played there. Apparently, they had like the names were like a vertical down the jersey. They did one night like this before, but I mean, I don't know. I know the backwards ball cap is like a thing. Griffey was. I just don't like the backwards hat on the field while you're playing. I don't know. And like the sleeveless, I don't know. It was tacky. I didn't like it personally. But I'm also, I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm a baseball guy and I like old school baseball. I'm not a flashy guy. I don't like the flash.
Purist.
Another reason, baseball
purists.
purist. I'm a baseball purist. Thank you. Couldn't find that word.
All right.
And
That's why I'm here.
I fucking A. And Odubel, like that's like Odubel's having a great year. The reason I hate Odubel, it's a little too flashy for me. I don't like the flash, man. I like guys that get their fucking job done, run the ball out, and play the game the right way. So I don't know. I just don't like that. I mean, granted, how do we even know that's what the jerseys are going to look like? What, we're wearing sleeveless jerseys
Right.
now? What the fuck is this?
Right.
I just
Well,
don't
to
know.
me, and
We're
not
going to have
that-
bionic
We're
arms
gonna have
by that
skirt-
time, though.
We're gonna have skirts on too. It's the league of their own.
I mean, not that I have anything against softball. Love playing, but it looked like a softball game
Yeah.
to me than it did a Major League Baseball
And just
game.
to double back, I'm sorry, just because
problem.
when
Go for it,
he said D.
please.
Gordon, I didn't want to shortchange them. Mariners been fantastic, right? As soon as Cano, got dumped for PEDs, this team went bananas. They're a 54-win team. I mean,
What
they're
Gene
gonna be one of the wild
Segura's
card teams,
Gene
you know what I
Segura
mean?
is not going to make the
Yeah.
All-Star team, which is incredible to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it's so tough as a shortstop in the AL to make the All-Star team, but Gene Segura absolutely
Yep.
deserves to be on the All-Star
Phenomenal.
team.
And Molson will love that. The Big Maple is nasty. Jimmy
Oh,
Paxton.
James Paxton, yeah.
is nasty.
The Big Maple is nasty.
And that bullpen, too. I mean, how many
Oh,
of
yeah.
those wins
Yeah.
have been one-run games?
Dude,
I'd be willing to
20
bet more than 50%.
Yeah.
I think they
of
have
them.
Yeah.
29
Yeah.
one-run
Yeah.
wins,
Yeah.
and they're 10-1 in extra inning games. Fucking crazy.
Tip your cap to Scott Service, and that pen, yeah.
They're-
absolutely.
I'm pretty sure their closer Diaz has 30 saves.
It's close. I think if not,
Wouldn't
it's like
doubt it.
26 minimum, 30 maximum. I'll
I
look
think
it
he's
up
got
for
that's
you.
crazy, crazy Edwin Diaz, right?
Yeah.
Crazy, and they're just getting the job done.
Yeah.
And you got to really tip your cap. Now, how about here's one for you? What do they do when Cano? Because Cano can come back like mid-August, but he can't play in the playoffs because of the PED pop. So,
Have a seat.
I guess you play him when he comes back or no?
I eat the money. That's what I do. I never mess things up, but I hear you. I understand that's You know,
Ryan
they
Healy-
won't do-
Ryan
they won't do
Healy's
that.
been playing
But
well.
like you said,
I think
they're a
the-
playoff team. They're going to be a wild card team. So now you got to prepare for life without Robbie. Let's go. You know,
They're
you've
going to
been-
play him when he comes
you know?
back, though.
Oh,
You
of
know
course
that.
they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody does that.
They'll
Nobody
platoon him a
stands
little bit with
pat.
D, I think.
Nobody stands pat and says, "Listen, you know, let's do the right thing here." You know what I mean? Like, we're playing great as a team without him. We can't play in the postseason without him. Have a seat. You know, start over next year, buddy.
No, I never was a Cano guy anyway.
You made a mistake. You know.
I
Own
think
it.
he's been
Own it,
on
sit
drugs
down.
for a year.
Here's how you get him in the lineup to give Nelson Cruz some time off because he's been banged up all year. You DH him a little bit here and there. So you get Robbie's bat in there a little bit or whatnot. You're not disrupting the makeup of your team heading into the playoffs, which I believe is your point.
Yeah,
Steve.
but you're still giving false hope for a guy that's not going to be there. You know what I mean? Like, you're seeing what your team
Yeah,
can
but I
do.
mean, I guess
But
what
if
if
he
you're
helps
bound?
get
If
you
it's
there,
not say if you're
though,
bound
so-
for the playoffs,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Now-
Diaz
But I
has
hear you.
24 saves. Less than
Oh, wow.
we thought.
I thought he had more than that.
Seems like he gets a save a night
Yeah.
on my FanDuel
Now,
lineups.
now, how about like Robinson Cano? I don't know. Like, I'm right with you guys. Like, I don't even know if I can play him. And guess what? Another favorite thing I had of the year was when he got popped and Verlander tweeted, "The excuse is coming in 3, 2, 1." I was like, yeah, I love Verlander getting on him because fuck Robinson Cano.
That's right.
Yeah, it was in my Cheerios or something. You knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Something was coming.
And Kate Upton doesn't hurt.
Absolutely. Doesn't hurt at all.
Tater salad.
Hurt him for a year when he was struggling when he first got in there.
But he found the groove.
He found a way to buy the time.
balance
I think
it.
the first year he was
too
just
much
sleeping
fucking.
inside
It's
there.
too much
You know,
fucking.
and just
Yep.
was just a struggle.
Yep.
Struggle
Now-
City.
Now he gets out
Who
for 2
cares?
days.
Who
Now he
cares?
gets a breather
I
for 2
get out.
days
I got
before he
Kate Upton.
pitches.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But wait, now can you win a championship too?
2 days before he pitches, he stays away from it.
He might have been around there again for the past 2 weeks. He's had a couple bad starts in a row.
Maybe he should just got back from like a
titties.
tour.
Sniffing around the pumpkin patch. That'll do it to you.
Jesus.
Brought down a ton of great men in this country.
What does he say? What does he say in Bull Durham? You don't fuck with a winning streak. All right.
That's right.
We got another one over there, Robbie.
Yeah, 2 more. I got to go here, guys. I mean, I know we don't really talk soccer too much here, nor should we. But the World Cup is going on right now. So I want to ask you, what has been the more stunning upset in the World Cup knockout round? Host country Russia defeating Spain in the shootout today, or Uruguay beating Portugal 2-1?
Greg's a soccer guy. Take it over. Take it home, Greg.
And you know what? Because it's in Russia, I have watched zilch because it's all in the morning. You know, it's just
True.
it's tough to when you actually work. It's tough to watch. But just at a pure rankings though, it's gonna be Uruguay and Portugal just because now you have one of the premier players in the world. Will never win a World Cup. Actually, both of them.
Argentina lost too, right?
Messi
Yeah.
and Ronaldo
Yup.
will never win a World Cup because they're going to be like 90 by the time it comes around again in 4 years. So it's just, to knock out just like a game Goliath like that, I think is just such a monumental upset. I mean, Russia beating Spain is no.
Yeah, Spain was one of the favorites, right?
Yeah.
Granted, everyone knows I hate the World Cup. I hate soccer in
it's
general.
nothing
But
to laugh at, but Spain is more a product of a team versus, when you look at Argentina and Portugal with just they have good teams, but
Good
they're
stars.
centered around
a star
two
player.
mammoth guys. You know what I mean?
Truth, yeah.
So that's where I would go.
I don't want to do that to you individually because it wasn't your fault, but that was a perfect spot for me to do the rock to you. It doesn't matter what you say. But I didn't want to do that to you because it wasn't your fault. It was just soccer. What the fuck, man?
Yeah. To be completely honest, I've seen some of the games on. I haven't really watched. I could care less.
Nah, you slam your penis in a door. You rather.
It's created so much extra work for me. It's beyond belief. That's the only reason why. Normally, if it's sports, I love it, but so many articles. All right, boys, last one. Agree or disagree? This is a little out of sports in the entertainment world. The Jurassic World movies are better than the original Jurassic Park movies. Agree or disagree?
I'm going to go disagree off the bat. I'm the first one to admit that I haven't seen the newest one. But the first one, I didn't. I love Chris Pratt. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy is a phenomenal fucking film. But I don't like Chris Pratt as like the Velociraptor whisperer. I don't know. I wasn't really buying it. The first one I didn't really like, and I seen the previews for this one, and I can already tell you I'm not going to like it. So I'm going to go back to '92. Could have said the magic word. You know, I like the original Jurassic Park. I was a fan.
Soccer to dinosaurs. You found Sweeps' fucking Achilles heel. Pass. Pass.
Not a dino guy, huh?
Well, it's funny.
No whammies. No whammies. No whammies.
That's why I let off with the baseball question.
Yeah,
It's funny. I used to be that way, and then with the new ones coming out, I'm like, you know what? They keep coming out with them. Let me go back and watch the originals. And, like, I'm like, all right, this is kind of cool. I can get into it. I just think what they can do now with technology just kind of puts them over the top right now. You know what I mean?
Well,
I agree.
Technological, but also he's riding the Velociraptor in the battle. Okay, guys, these are fucking wild animals. The raptor's eating his fucking neck. If that ever happened in real life, all right. He's not like, we like Chris, but we'll let him ride us. We'll fight everybody else. This ain't fucking, it's not Dino Rider like back in the day. All right,
pet the
Christ
mane.
Almighty.
Hey, Tom, what do you feel about dinosaurs, Tom?
So, you like dinosaurs, Tom?
We got you, Nails. We got you, buddy.
But I do enjoy the old Jurassic Parks, and I mean I'll probably watch this one at some point. I'm not gonna watch it in a theater, but when I get too high at night one time, I'll probably watch it. That happens like 6 days a week.
That never happens.
6 times a week that happens.
Movie time.
Oh shit. Well, that might be us. That might be it for us. We
get a couple more. We got a couple more.
Comments
here. Sixers are looking at SJM. Sixers are looking at Bryce Boy's James Enos.
All right. I guess. I
SJM,
don't know much about James Ennis, to be honest with you.
Talk about the jerseys. It's going to look like the Reds jerseys from the late 90s. Jesus Christ, just wear sleeves. Lazy
Wear
booking.
caps and sleeves at this level. Son.
Chrome is, as of today, what do you guys see as the World Series matchup?
Oh, shit. I'm going to go.
SJM goes Red Sox Brewers.
Fucking Maroney on the Brewers bandwagon, huh? I don't know about all that. I'm going to go Yankees because I think they're going to go get Norm. I'm going to go Yankees. I'll go Yankees-Dodgers. Fuck it.
I was just gonna say, I think
Yankees-Dodgers.
The Dodgers have come. They've picked themselves off the carpet. So I'm gonna go to rematch. I'm gonna Astros-Dodgers. Part two.
Part two?
I'm going to
The Yankees need a Norm. That's part of that. My Yankees pick.
Red Sox. Diamondbacks.
Oh, the D-backs. Now, the D-backs are getting some arms back.
They're getting some arms back. I think Pollock comes back soonish.
Yeah, he'll be back out again.
Yeah.
You see how important. And speaking of the Astros, you see how important Correa is to that lineup. They're scuffling. A little. Obviously, everybody knows that, but they're scuffling a little bit.
Little scuffles.
He's out with a little.
They've also been getting hit a little bit.
Yeah.
Verlander's been getting hit a little bit. Garrett Cole's been getting hit a little bit. They were so dominant early on.
Right.
Yeah, and AJ's pushing the wrong buttons as of late. Today he took out Charlie was dominant, and he took out Charlie Morton in a 2-run double, and he lost the lead. It was like 1-0. Like that's the time when the Rays are like, oh, thanks for going to the pen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's certain
Good work.
I know we live in a world where everybody throws 100 now, so it's not long time ago where you just couldn't wait to get in the pen because when that door opens, there's a lot of
97 coming out,
97 and 100, but it's still a different look. It's still when those guys when you get a great starter that's nasty, like you can't wait to see him leave. I don't give a shit if you run out 98, that's fine. Get this guy out of here. This
Hector Neris throws 96, goes fast. Goes in hard, goes out hard.
Exit speed.
Real quick, Tom chimes in.
One more.
Tom chimes in with a laugh, haha. He goes, love a T-Rex. And then he goes, happens 6 times a week. Crying emoji.
It does happen 6 times a week. I confess.
SJN. New Jurassic Park.
There was an 8th day.
Power Rangers meets Steve Irwin movie. The old T-Rex kills the new one. What the fuck?
Thanks for spoiling it.
Yeah.
Nah,
all right, we're good.
I don't care anyway. All right, boys. Yo, fam, thank you for having us. We'll have our fearless leader back at some point. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. I think next week without him again.
Next week without him.
Well, we can roll again without him if we want. I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Come on back. Come on back.
It's like the emoji.
Let's see. Next week without you? Okay, all right, cool. All right, well, we'll catch you guys. Everyone have a great 4th of July. And I hope maybe the Sixers make a move and get Kawhi. Maybe not. Well, we'll see what happens, but enjoy your 4th of July.
Happy hump day. Happy 4th. Be safe. Eat
Rage
some
on.
dogs, you know what I mean? Let's go.
Fucking A. We'll see you next week. Peace.
We out.